Nice one. This will be fun. I'm alright at doing it on the fly.
Huh?
I'm alright with doing it on the fly.
Yeah, it should be okay.
On the wall and make a catch. If you make a catch and fall into the wall, that's fine. You're not allowed to sit on the wall and make a catch. If you do that, you're out. Okay? You touch the wall, that's fine. You're not allowed to sit on the wall and make a catch. If you do that, you're out.
Dan,
Yeah.
I think Brennan wants ball retrievers.
We need one for men's, 2 for boys. So I'll do.
Hello, friends, family, fans, dodgeballers, one and all. Welcome to the 2022 BUCS Dodgeball Final Stage here at Keele University. I'm Alex Such, and today I'm joined by Warwick, University of Warwick Warriors Dodgeball President and Men's Captain. No,
Not men's captain.
sorry, that was wrong.
That's Dan.
But I'm joined by John Milky.
Hey, very good to be here. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Let us know if you can hear us okay. So we haven't had a lot of time to set up today due to a pinch of time. But yeah, we're super excited to start the first ever BUCS Finals Day today. First of its kind, first ever BUCS season here in 2022.
How's the volume?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, can you hear the rest
Yeah,
of
go
us?
for it. Yeah. No problem. As you can see, the teams are just warming up behind us. That's not the first game of the day. And here are our scheduled games for today. We're going to start off on the showcase court today, Centre Court, watching Sheffield University against Imperial University in the men's championship category. Pots 1, I believe it is. Now you've played against these two teams, John, throughout the year. What can you tell me about them?
I'd say out of all of the teams here, I think Sheffield have looked consistently strong throughout the season. They put some very good scorelines on most of the teams here. They went undefeated during the season, and even though they are missing a couple of key players, I still think they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. I think Imperial, on the other hand, are a very kind of hit or miss team at the moment. On paper, they're very strong. They have a class kind of core squad of players, and their newer players that they've brought in this year have also been very, very strong. It's just, I think, the difference between the two teams are Sheffield will come in with some confidence. I think Imperial won't necessarily have that, and they'll have to really pull it out of the bag. I think this is going to be a great game to watch, especially from my perspective playing for Warwick, as two of the teams that we were quite worried about at the beginning of the season. I think this will be a very, very good game to watch, especially with all that's on the line today.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think we've seen some very strong things from both teams. I believe Sheffield University are down with quite a key player today. I think they're missing Liam Ryder.
They are missing Liam, yeah.
But they have got a lot of key players there. As you can see, number 12 and number 0, Brendan O'Regan and James Bateman. James also wasn't supposed to be here today, but I think he got peer pressured into coming in the end. So hopefully they'll be able to give the full strength Imperial squad a good game today.
It will be good. I think so the way the courts are set out is we're playing wall to wall, which is not dissimilar to how we play at Stafford. But with the amount of catchers that are on both teams, I feel like today may be a bit more for the catcher than the thrower. Well, the court is a little longer than we're used to, so I think that will be an interesting development to see over the course of the day about how our wingers play as opposed to our middle players, and if there are more catches over the day, we'll see.
Okay guys, yeah, it's quite loud in here, so we're trying to sort of fix the audio as we go. So yeah, if you continue to give us a little bit of feedback, that'd be amazing. Thank you.
We are watching 3 games at the moment, so there are quite a few people in the hall, and we're situated closest to Court 1. So we are right by York Uni, York Wolves, who will potentially be hearing through our mics throughout the day. Well, not throughout the day, for the first half an hour. But we'll try and do our best to make sure that you guys can pick up what the commentary and what we're saying.
Looks like we're just about to get started. As you see, we're playing wall-to-wall today. I can tell by the threes that players, whilst they aren't allowed to interact throughout the set, they're not allowed to use to their advantage and make it. So they can catch the ball and then push the ball backwards, but they can't move against the ball.
Sheffield getting that middle ball. They released 2. Brennan hit out and caught straight back in. So that was a very good start for Sheffield. Down, up 3 players. For not returning to the outbox before returning onto court. Now we have lost the 5th ball. Good 2-ball attack by Sheffield. I think getting that middle ball at the beginning was crucial for Sheffield because as we are playing wall-to-wall, it will just be a lot of singles. But we are playing wall to, I think it's half wall on this near side. Good release there from James Bateman. And this Jake Sheehan left in on his own. What a shot! Oh, and a hit by James Bateman. Very quick set for Sheffield. I think it all depended on that first 30 seconds where Sheffield win the middle ball. They threw 2, but still got a trade where they were up by 2 within the first 27 seconds. We have lost the ball because The 5th ball has been found. An update on court 3 here, or 1. York have just won the first set against UEA. I think they're trying to figure out a solution to the half-wall situation behind.
Timer, we may have forgotten to start the timer for that first set. I believe that was probably about a minute and a half, 2 minutes maximum maybe. We'll try and get that sorted.
So this.
Let us know, mate. Our apologies.
So the solution to the half-wall situation is a Warwick sub. A Warwick player has been put behind the half-wall and will be passing the balls out as they come. Once again, Sheffield with the 3rd ball. And a very good quick start by Brennan. Now Imperial will have possession. The day is all going to be down to accuracy here. How accurate you can get your singles, considering the amount of times people will be throwing. And it is 4 balls, 5 balls to Imperial. An amazing catch! A 4-ball attack. A great hit by Brennan. Brennan proving why he is one of the best players in this Uni League this year. He's exceptionally on form. No hit there. Let's see what the Imperial boys can do from here. See if they can bring back.
Unfortunately, from leaving the university scene a few years ago myself, I'm not quite as well versed in some of these players' names as John will be.
I know as many players as I can. A good block from Wakas there. So we've got Matt, Julian, and Wakas left on for the Imperial side. Oh, a very good single. Four balls for Imperial if they can press to get it back.
I think as this early game starts to develop, it's going to be interesting to see just how focused teams decide to play this game. See their true sort of game style come out. How would you choose them to play, John, with this wall-to-wall setup?
So, for Warwick especially, we've had a lot of success being a very good single team. And Imperial there, both players hit out, I believe. But Warwick have been exceptionally successful with a very strong singles game. So we're actually quite happy to see it is wall-to-wall, as it's something we've been used to at Stafford, and it's something that benefits our players. We have a lot of very strong arms in the team. So that's really where we'd be targeting. A quick start by Sheffield, not to the same success of the previous set. Good block from Jake. I think going for 2 balls so early on is, especially out ball, is slightly risky from Imperial.
To be fair, some of the viewers at home can't quite see is just behind Sheffield. Their wall, half of it is actually a net, so it's not quite Sheffield. So we might see some different tactics as teams change slightly. Maybe more relaxed approach to more singles just to limit the ball possession loss.
It is interesting to see Femi playing at 6 a bit more. Against us, when we played them in league, he didn't really play there too much during the game. He played a bit more at 5. So I think they're giving him a bit more responsibility and hoping that he can do a lot more with a great dodge from a 3-ball attack. I think the battle on this side of the court between Brennan and Femi will be crucial. A lovely 2-ball attack. With both James Bateman and Brennan O'Regan being hit out. Femi 2. It is now 3-all between Imperial and Sheffield in this set. Lovely 2-ball attack, not really a 2-ball attack, but 2 counters by the Imperial boys to hit out 2 of the 3 remaining Sheffield, leaving, I believe, Ethan Pegg left in on his own. And the hit there, and Sheffield lose the last player and Imperial take the set.
Has that seemed to fix the issue there, guys? Hopefully you should be able to hear me talking now.
Lovely release.
And hopefully when John talks you should be able to hear him too.
Sorry, apologies. I was having a drink. Hopefully I am being picked up a bit more. I will move the mic a bit closer to my mouth.
Sound is better now. Sorry guys. Apologies. A little bit of a rush start this morning. Amazing here, Bo. Real. Missed all of my amazing commentary at the start of that game there.
There are 3 Sheffield players left in against the 6 Imperial. If you're wondering, it is 4-2 to Sheffield. A great catch by Sam.
Yeah, admittedly the timers are quite off for this first half. I do apologise.
That is the set to Imperial.
And the rest of the day.
We are now all even in this match.
I think this is something more of what we were expecting. I think admittedly the first 2 sets definitely seemed in favour of Sheffield. It's nice that Imperial are back in this now.
Great hit. This ball in that 18 is holding has only just been made live.
Well, that is a hit there.
Great hit down the middle.
Oh, lovely shot on the, I think on the leg there, as the Imperial player tries to drop down for the dodge. Imperial coming up with a 3-ball attack. Release 2 balls, but no hit is made.
The slight delay there, maybe a timing issue. We made that second shot and a great hit onto Femi's back.
I think something that's amazing to see, that has been amazing to see over the past few months, is the amount of players that have been present at university dodgeball events. Obviously, losing 2 years worth of students due to COVID-19 lockdown and graduations, it's just amazing to see so many players still active, both sort of old veteran players of the sport, but also many new players. I can see numerous players here today where it is their first year of dodgeball, so it's amazing to see such faces at such a big event.
A great catch by Bateman to take a 2v2 into a 3v1.
Well left there.
To reiterate, I think Alex's point, a lot of work has been. What a catch! And the 1-for-1.
Just like that, it's down now a 1v1.
I think these are two of the players that haven't really been historically part of the teams. They're both very new players.
Almost a little invalid to me. I think both players trying to throw a little bit safe, not give away any catches.
By, I think that's Prince Will from Imperial
there. Numerous great catches that set. And it does seem like a Sheffield player has injured his fingers and will be substituting himself. Hopefully it's nothing too serious and it's just a mild sprain and he'll be able to continue shortly.
And Imperial get the third ball. We'll see what they can do from the beginning.
Big power there from Femi on that left wing for Imperial.
Imperial have 4 balls.
I believe that was 2 minutes remaining of the half from a referee down there. So please do ignore the half-time timer.
It is Imperial with 5 balls.
They do get a hit on it.
They've made 1 hit, but while still having 4 balls. I think ball possession is going to be absolutely key in these games, especially if you can utilise your singles game and try and draw out.
Especially on the centre court, more so than the other two, where it is more of an even wall-to-wall. Oh, lovely effort from Femi there. Trying to catch out Brennan up before he can make that counter.
Oh, and an amazing standing counter.
A great hit and dodge from Brennan there. And I think we are approaching the end of this set and therefore the end of the half.
There's a bounce there. And another catch from Brennan.
Catch from Brennan. Sheffield haven't realised. And now they're in.
Yeah, 1 player up.
Lovely hit. Brennan really starting to show his colours in this game already. Numerous great catches and amazing hits on feet. What can Imperial do here? 1v3, not long to go. Nice blocks.
I think Sheffield are playing this really well. This is a half-an-hour game, so
I think this might be it. I think we might be going into the half. Oh, what a catch!
And it's now a 2v2.
From 0 to 0. He's looking at me saying, what am I thinking? He doesn't know.
They're going for it. And a hit.
And a deflection catch there. And out of nowhere.
And it's time. Imperial take the set. It's 8-4 to Imperial going into the half.
Crazy. Sheffield can't believe that they're just throwing that set away.
What a change at half-time.
It's going to be 8-4 in favour of Imperial.
I did say at the beginning it would be a catcher's day, but I wouldn't think it would be that catching. There have been some insane catches today, some great hits, especially for the first game where I think teams are just going to warm into the day, get used to the environment and get used to the teams. That was a crazy last minute of that set.
It was really good to see how that first half turned around for Imperial. You know, They were 4-0 down, 2 sets down. Sheffield looking really, really strong, but I think Imperial finally started to warm up into it, making some nice catches. Admittedly, a bit of a lucky one off a deflection there, but they all count in the game. Some of the Warwick players there getting a bit of early warm up in at half time, and John is actually next to me, currently doing one of his own. John is playing with the Warwick men today, hopefully looking for that gold in the men's championships as well as the women of Warwick Warriors. But he's going to be hopping on and off of the mic with me today. And going to have to try and not show any bias to my co-commentator as he's down on court later.
I'll try and put on a show.
Good, I expect nothing less.
To go across, we have UEA leading York 8-2, and I'm not sure what the score is between Derby and Sheffield, but it looks like it may be another 8-2 to Derby down there. We can see the back of the scorecard.
Felix in the chat has just informed us that the player in the old Sheffield top there, the odd one out, his name might be Zach. So that's one more name we now know. Thank you for that. A shout out for Falcons there. Currently looking strong at 8-2.
And we're back
off. The second half begins with Imperial winning the middle ball this time. Oh, what a dodge there.
And it is being called a hit. It's being called a hit by the line ref.
Hit is called.
Hit called on the back of the feet. And a great single by Sheffield.
I'm going to apologise now rather than doing it later. You might be hearing me sniffling a little bit today. It's just that time of the year, I think. So I do apologise. I'll try and keep them to a minimum. But as we are in this first set of this second half, Imperial already in a strong position. 5 players to Sheffield's 4. Currently now with a 3-ball attack. A nice block from Brennan. Sorry, from Bateman there.
Imperial are currently up by 1 player.
Three balls released from Sheffield there. Nice block. Oh no, he is called out. He is called out.
It's called out, but that block from Matt almost did hit him.
I mean, I have my glasses on today, so I was hoping I'd be able to see some of these hits a bit clearer, but I am still a little bit further away than the referees on court. So they definitely will be making the right decisions compared to me.
Great 2-ball attack on Bateman.
Again, Imperial carrying on that strong end to the first half into the second. I say that as one just gets it. But they are currently 4 players to 2 with only 1 minute remaining in this set.
Imperial now have 4 balls. Some
good
great dodging
from
by
Sheffield. Great dodging.
Imperial again with 4 balls.
Again, Zach there, we think it is, getting nice and low. Using that ball to block if any comes near him. Oh, that did look invalid there. The referees haven't called it though. Bouncing a couple meters short. A nice hit there.
A good 1-for-1 for Imperial. They're now, and a catch from Femi to end the set.
Very casual catch from Femi there. Now 10-4 in favour of Imperial.
I think this is the first time this season in a league-style game that Sheffield have been down.
The question is, can they come back from it?
And the time's been paused. They're replacing a ball. I don't know why.
I think I think they're complaining that the shape of the ball might be a mildly egg-like. Sometimes the balls from continuous hits against the wall do deform slightly. But it seems like head coordinator for the day has deemed the ball fit for use.
I think it may be a bit too pumped. And Bateman is complaining about it, to which I say, get better grip strength, Bateman. Once again, the quick start from Imperial and a great hit.
Winning that middle ball and making good use of it with a quick start hit.
And they've almost gave away 4 balls.
What do you think, John? Do you think we're seeing the effects of the absent Liam Ryder here?
I think yes and no. Because in all honesty, the way Brennan's been playing, I think he has the one position has not been like left empty. Because Brennan, I say that as he gets hit out, but Brennan has been playing very well for this game. I think at the moment he may be getting in his head a bit.
I do agree. I think Brennan has been playing very well. I think after that one catch he gave away at the end of that first half might be lingering in his head a little bit. And as you say, I think there could be a little bit of pressure because without Liam Ryder here, although Brennan is doing a good job filling those shoes, it does mean if he is out, there is then no one else to fill his.
That's true.
So he might be feeling a little bit of pressure. But at the same time, I'm sure he has plenty of faith in the rest of his teammates.
I also think Liam would probably revel in this opportunity, especially playing wall to wall with an arm like his, especially at uni level. Being able to throw and the higher chance of getting the ball back would just lead to many more hits than you would do in, say, your St George's Park or if we were playing net to net.
Lovely jump and block there. Oh, Sheffield missing the opportunity for a full ball attack there. They will take 3 instead. Oh,
great standing and almost a catch.
Femi. And then he gets low for the dodge.
Sheffield only have the 1 ball.
It is just the 1 ball defense for Sheffield here. Can Bateman stay alive? He can. And he's going to look for the counter.
Oh, and a great
control from number
shot.
19.
Wakas losing control there.
A cheeky snipe effort from Bateman there.
Good leave. I think Bateman's showing his experience now. Almost a final year medic, I believe. Been playing this game for a lot longer than many other people in this hall.
Many years. All play staying alive well here. This will be a very influential set to the full game.
A great block by
really
Prince Will. And now Sheffield have 4. But they're going with 2.
And then hit! Oh! Bateman
now it's a 1v2 for Bateman.
For that catch.
With all 5 balls.
Regret that though. He is in a favourable position with 5 balls, but
and that's the set.
Hit.
Timeout called by Sheffield. By Sheffield.
I think that is a very good time to call a timeout there, because the game is clearly getting away from them. Not winning a set since the 2nd set now. Imperial really starting to go away with this. The question is, can Sheffield make the most of this timeout? How are we going to see them change their tactics? Or is it just going to be a mental reset? Just sort of clear their heads, slow it down a little bit, try and survive some of the pressure from the wings of Imperial. Currently 12-4 in favour of Imperial, with just shy of 9 minutes left of the total game time. I think Sheffield were favourites coming into this tournament, having placed first in at the end of the league. And we are off again.
A great hit from Brennan. Loss of control.
First, loss of control. That is unfortunate.
On me, sorry. Just sprayed deep heat. It's stunk up the commentary box.
Can Sheffield pull this back? Nice hit from Brennan. Oh, nice little sidestep there. Good dodge from Sheffield.
And we are still 4-on-4 into this set. Sheffield are starting off a lot stronger than they have done. I think whatever was said in the team talk is definitely being utilised by their players.
And they are coming in aggressive with
very aggressive, a
two-ball
great
attacks. A nice hit from Brendan there, stopping that counter from number 7. Although a 4-ball attack from Imperial now.
And a great catch from Brennan!
There we go! I think that timeout has definitely worked in favour for Brennan.
There's just Femi left in now. And in a
catch!
catch! And a hit!
Although he is hit, I think.
And it's still the one player left
again,
in.
Hopefully he doesn't let that get to his head, because he has played very well this set.
I have a feeling that was an invalid because the player did pat the ball forward.
Admittedly, balls collide there.
And he's called a hit.
And he's called out. He is called out for a previous throw. And Sheffield get their first set back. Sheffield utilising the 2-ball attacks there, having to make up ground quickly in this game.
Two balls to Sheffield. Great block from Brennan.
Just shy of 7 minutes left on the clock. 3 sets down. Can Sheffield make this comeback?
4 balls for Imperial now. Very unfortunate.
It was a catch of the deflection. And Brennan's head does drop there a little bit. It is unfortunate. It was a nice hit onto Femi.
And another
catch!
Another catch. And a catch from the Sheffield player.
A second catch off of a hit, deflecting up into the air, allowing for an easy catch, and no cover from the side of Sheffield.
A great hit. 2 very good hits onto Imperial players, and Sheffield are now up in the set.
Although there have been some fortunate catches, Sheffield are making good on their throws, getting numerous hits.
And a great catch!
Sheffield now 2 players up, as the player who did just make the catch is called out. Way to stay alive from Brennan there. Sheffield will be looking to end this set quickly. I assume a 2-ball attack here.
No hit.
Good leap from Femi there. If I was Imperial, I'd be wanting just to play these sets out as long as I could.
They have a very comfortable score.
Oh, I do believe I've actually missed a set. The referees have the score at 14-6. I only have it at 12 for 1. So the game is in a bit more of a dire state than previously anticipated. Sheffield will really have to push here to end these sets quickly. There's 1 player left on the side of Imperial. With 3 balls, he will be forced to throw.
Oh, great hit!
They needed that hit.
Onto the Imperial player.
What do you think,
And a
John?
timeout called from Imperial. Very well done for them. Really stopping the momentum of Sheffield from that set.
Yeah, Sheffield definitely looking stronger, winning the previous 2 sets since their timeout.
I may have to love you and leave you to go and warm up myself.
That is no problem. Thank you for joining me.
No problem. I'll be back soon.
John will be back later after his game. Who have you got?
Our first game is against Nottingham.
Against Nottingham, Sam Warble from Nottingham has actually also just joined us. Hello, Sam. How are you doing?
Hello. I'm good, yeah. Excited. It's going to be a very good day. Yeah.
What do you think of this, Sam? Imperial currently 14-8 up against Sheffield.
I know, madness. I honestly thought that group was kind of done and dusted. I just thought Sheffield would wipe the floor. But now I feel like either Imperial or Leicester's going to win it now. If Leicester show up, easy for them. But yeah, not what I was expecting in the slightest.
No, I don't think a lot of people were.
No, definitely not.
As whilst Imperial is a very strong team, the Sheffield squad is unbeaten so far this year in the league-style format of 15-minute halves.
Yeah, and they have Brennan and Bateman as well, and
They do.
They're only missing Liam, so it's.
They are missing Liam. Brennan has been playing very well in his absence, though.
That's good. He's a very good, very talented player.
Sheffield continue to come very aggressive with 2-ball attacks here, trying to end these sets as quickly as possible.
Yeah, they really need the points.
With only about 4 minutes of the half remaining.
And they've just gone down as well.
They are still 3 sets behind. They're going to need to start ending these sets a lot quicker if they want to even try and get a draw out of this. But Imperial playing very well. They're leaping over a lot of these balls, not usually dodging low.
Oh, that was a nice one by Bateman.
Nice hit from Bateman onto the foot there of number 7.
It looks like on the other court as well. I believe Derby has just beaten Sheffield. Derby women.
I think quite comfortably, as I can see from the scorecard. It might have been a flawless game from Derby there, actually.
Really? That is to be expected. Derby are a very, very strong women's squad.
They are.
Both squads for Derby are looking good today.
Yeah. I think Derby men will definitely be looking for promotion through the men's trophy category, and the women will definitely be looking for that women's championship title.
Definitely. The other team that's looking strong from the women's as well, you've got Warwick and Imperial as well again. And I feel like any of those 3 teams, whoever has the best day, probably going to win today for the women. But as we've seen with this game,
Sheffield do end that set. There is less than 3 minutes remaining, though. They're going to have to end this set very quickly. They must finish this set.
Imperial just want to hold this time out. 1:15 remaining, not a lot of time at all. Sheffield really needs to pull something out of the bag here, but I think Imperial have got it.
I think they might. Imperial are looking like 2 strong favourites in both the men's and the women's category here.
Ball not live. They'll take that, I guess. Just 2 balls for Sheffield. Right, I will have to go and again. I'm playing against Wilkie now, so I need to go get ready.
Yeah, this is another commentator that is leaving me. I'll be on my own for a little bit, but we will be joined later by some other people. Sheffield not looking too strong here. Only 1 player up. About 1.5 minutes remaining of the half. A nice hit there. Bateman just get a hit. Sheffield still 1 player up. But they're not looking to just win the set, they are looking to end the set before time runs out here. Imperial placing their throw as well, though, at the floor and high, making sure that ball comes back to them. Ball pops up. Oh, it does hit the back wall, though. Oh, he is hit! Sheffield end it! Sheffield do take that set. And we will be seeing a 1-minute set here. Sheffield make a hit. Are they going to be able to turn this around?
A really strong second half here from Sheffield. Possibly due to that net they are playing against. Maybe coming in their favour, even though John and I predicted it might be detrimental for ball possession. But it seems like they're putting their throws low in order to get the balls back off that half wall. That is just out of your view there. Imperial make a catch! Good hits from Sheffield there. Sheffield are not looking to end this set, they are just looking to win the set. And I think we are approaching the end of it. We are currently even 4-4. And that is it. Imperial take the game. 15-13 final score. Imperial do take the win against Sheffield here in the first game of the day in the men's championship category. Wow, what a game. What a game to start the day. We saw a strong start from Sheffield, but then a really, really strong showing on the overall first half from Imperial. Going up, I think it was Sam, our referee on court 3 there, also loving the action. You do have to feel for Sheffield there. They really, really fought to bring that back there. And they were really close in doing it too. They were 14-4 down, I believe, and managed to bring it back to 15-13. But credit where credit's due. Both teams play very well, but Imperial do take it. I think the pressure from the wings of the likes of Femi was just a bit too much for Sheffield to handle at times. Were quite a few unfortunate catches though, I suppose, with a few deflections and a few pop-ups. But as you say, that does happen in the game. I believe there's about 1 minute remaining of warm-up here. Warwick and Newcastle getting ready for the second women's game of the day. Both teams playing in this women's championships category in pot 2. Warwick are entering this competition as favourites, seeding first well, as one of the favourites, I would say, seeding first in their Midlands League, with rivals Derby very close behind them. I think Newcastle probably coming in as slight underdogs into this game, with I think significantly less game time over the season so far. Warwick, both the men and women, do enter quite a lot of competitions and do usually get silverware for both teams. So I think we'll probably see some really good team synergy from Warwick here. Luke Hampson there saying mint game in reference to that Imperial versus Sheffield game, and I do agree, it was a very, very good game. Matthew Strickland, amazing refereeing and commentary from Warwick, clearly the best team, let's go. Well, both the men and the women are playing right now. You can see both teams. The women are on centre court, with the men over on that far court about to face off against Nottingham. The Warwick men did finish second in their season and did actually lose to the third place of Nottingham in the men's Premier League. Admittedly, they were playing with 4 players for the majority of the game due to a broken down car, which is really unfortunate. So I think today will be perhaps Warwick's time to get their revenge over on that court. Although we won't be focusing on it, we will be focusing on this centre game. You will be able to see a lot of the action over on that far court. We're also looking for a very exciting game here between Warwick and Newcastle. Up for Newcastle there. It's great to see fans of all the sides so far in the chat supporting their teams. Over on my right, the only game to get started so far, I believe it's Newcastle versus Derby men's in the men's trophy category. Currently even at 4 plays to 4 in the first set. Some more support coming in here. And we are just about to get started now. Teams lining up on both the far court for the men and for Warwick and Newcastle here. And we're off. And Newcastle win the middle ball. It does go off court though, so we will not be seeing a quick start. Make sure you put your predictions down in the chat.
What, just size-wise?
Warwick go up with 4 balls, but only release 1. A little bit unorthodox there. Usually you see teams releasing at least 2. Going for that aggressive hit, as they do have plenty of possession. Nice little block there. Newcastle trying to make the most out of a cheeky snipe, as Becca from Warwick was not looking. Players have been called out now. Play 3 was called, and the players did not release in time, with only 2 balls being released, so they are called out and they will be sent to the out box, putting Newcastle in a strong position for this first set. 6 players to 3 now. I do not think this is quite what any of us were expecting so far. Oh, lovely double counter there from Warwick. Lovely dodge in there from Newcastle. Do also apologise for any of the loud noises you do hear. It is very loud in here today, as teams are showing their full support for one another. About 1 minute remaining now in this first set. Newcastle still in a favourable position. Oh, a lovely freestanding counter and a catch. 79 coming in huge there, as Warwick now turn the tides of the set, going up 2 players, up 3. I believe play ball was called there and players were called out, just like had happened to Warwick, and Warwick do make the hit there and take the first set. After what was a little bit of a rocky start to that first set for Warwick, they did manage to pull it back with a lovely pre-standing counter and a catch. And I think that standing counter did sort of force the players to be called out for not releasing, catching the Newcastle players off guard. I just don't think they quite knew how to react to it. We've got the Derby's women's team up next to me here, showing a lot of support for BP as he makes a catch in the men's Derby versus Newcastle game. Warwick with 5 balls now. Can Newcastle come up with a big dodge? Oh, and it does clip her, I think. Unfortunate there. 2 players, 2-5 now. Oh, and they go for a standing counter, and they do make a hit onto Becca from Warwick there, onto number 20. Warwick with 5 balls again though. Warriors looking a lot stronger in this set against Newcastle. Maybe just a little bit of a rough start for the women. A nice block there from number 15, from Charlotte Jones. Number 13 from Newcastle really putting in a good shift here. It's not easy to go up and throw on your own numerous times, but she's doing well. And Warwick do take the second set there, going 4-0 up into this first half. that will be an invalid attempt there from the Newcastle player. Again, a strong start from Warwick here in this set. Newcastle going with a bit of an interesting tactic there, not usually seen with just the one ball, placing it into the middle, choosing not to spread it to the wings. Oh, there is a hit there onto the side of the Newcastle player. Nice hit there from Ellie Mans. Seems like over on that far court, that Nottingham versus Warwick game in the men's championship category is seeming to be heating up a little bit over there. Two teams that have a very large rivalry across the years, very long-standing clubs in Dodgeball. I believe with Nottingham Ball still being the longest running still live club in the country. I don't believe they were the first to actually be set up, but previous clubs have since been disbanded, with Nottingham still going strong. So it's great to see such a rivalry and such a competitive game being played out over there. Oh, I think there's a double hit, yep, and it is called. The set timer did fail to restart there, I do apologise. But the timer for the half is still correct. She tries to run over the balls but can't quite manage it, as Warwick go 8-0 up in this first half. We have 18 teams competing here today, 6 teams in each category across the men's championship, men's trophy and the women's championship events. Teams in the championships will be competing to see who can be crowned as the best university team in the country, whilst the teams in the men's trophy competition, the top two who go into the finals of that event will be going for promotion into the Men's Premier League for the next BUCS season for next year. With UE8 Falcons and Newcastle being the two teams who were put into that category, into the men's trophy. They finished 7th and 8th in the Men's Premier League this season, so did not quite make it into the men's championship category, so they will be trying to reclaim and defend their position in that men's Premier League. But right now, men's Newcastle against Derby, they are currently 8-2 down, so not looking like too strong of a start for them. As unfortunately a rather similar affair is happening on the centre court, as the Warwick Warriors are currently 8-0 up against Newcastle, and currently 2 players up, in this set. Well left there from Warwick, no need to go for any risky catches. Oh, a great catch there. A great catch from Warwick's 79, I believe her name is Sabi. I apologise if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. 3-ball attack coming from Warwick now. Good dodging from the Newcastle player. She does pick up that ball now. Will Newcastle look for the counter? They do look for a standing counter. Well blocked there from Becca Smith. Newcastle now with the majority of the balls. Play ball is called. They release both, and so do Warwick on the counter. And Ellie Manns does head to the outbox after being struck on the foot, I believe it was. Referee Sam Walton on this court to my right, yelling play for very loudly there, making sure the teams can hear. Warwick are going to look to end that set there as time runs out, and they do go 10-0 up into this first half, taking the first 5 sets of the game. A very, very strong start from Warwick here. There will be roughly a 2-minute final set here in this first half. Can Newcastle take this set, end on a bit of a high as they go into half time, allowing for a nice mental reset for the second half? A nice quick start from Manns there, not quite connecting on the throw though. Number 10, sorry, falling a little bit short. I was told earlier to get BP on camera, and he did just appear there, pumping his fists in the air after a strong first half against Newcastle Kings. I believe the score is 11-3 in Derby's favour. Derby men are looking currently like one of the favourites to be promoted into that Men's Premier League for next season, after a very, very strong showing in the regular season. .45 seconds left now in this first half for Warwick Warriors versus Newcastle Kings. And his throw does bounce short. This has been a very, very strong showing here. Ellie Manns putting on loads of pressure on that wing, not allowing Newcastle to progress up that court, and a nice catch from Charlotte Jones. No. I'm not sure what has been called there. Charlotte's still in, but so is the Newcastle player. And that should be time, and Warwick board chief error there. I'm not sure how long. Oh, that is, though, half time is called. There we are. I think head referee slightly missing out on the time there. But Warwick will go up very, very favourably. 12-0 at the end of that first half, taking 6 sets from their opposition. still plenty of support for Newcastle in the chat right now, which is lovely to see. With Zoe Wells commenting that the Warwick ball retriever error won her heart. Zoe Wells, actually a new member of the British Dodgeball staff. She is our new newsletter and she's been doing a fantastic job. I think everyone has been loving her newsletters. So a little shout out for you there. I think she's currently heading back from Switzerland today. Sorry Matthew, I can't quite recall who it was. Maybe Zoe will be able to help you out there. I think I'll be taking that as my official commentary nickname, Zoe. The Big Cheese. Whilst we are at half time here in the Newcastle Kings versus Warwick Warriors game in the Women's Championship, we will take a quick look at our other games. In the men's trophy, Derby are currently up, I believe it is 11-3 against Newcastle Kings. Currently three players up, and now 4 players up in the set. Derby looking very, very strong in this game against the current men's Premier League team. Derby will be very eager to take one of the places into that men's Premier League and leave the Midlands League, which they are currently in. Sergio Leon adding solid newsletters. I think we can all agree. And the Newcastle women do start heading over to their side of the court in preparation for this second half. As the Warwick women sound off their chant. And the second half begins. Newcastle winning that middle set. I think a player is slightly injured. I think Teresa, that might be. I think might have had her finger pulled as she reached for that middle ball. No malicious intent there from Newcastle. But there was a great counter there from Ellie Manns of Warwick Warriors. And again, a lovely shot on the leg there. Ellie Manns is looking very strong on the swing today so far for Warwick. Having recently been announced in the Wales Dragons Dodgeball squad ahead of the Euros that will be taking place in July. She'll be looking to train with the squad over the next few months and hopefully secure her place in that squad, heading to Netherlands and representing Wales on the international stage. Some of these Warwick players, the likes of Ellie Manns, Liv Morris, Becca Smith and Charlotte Jones, all frequently play and train with the Leamington Spartans, who are a very, very formidable club. They're men and women in very favourite positions in the Men and Women's National Super League. So I think training with the likes of community clubs like Spartans is a huge advantage for university teams. It allows a lot of sort of knowledge to be passed over to them from these really experienced players. So it's great to see the relationship of community and university clubs. Similarly, Derby University get a lot of support from their relationship with Derby Phantoms, with a lot of the players for Derby Uni actually being Derby Phantoms players. And Warwick do take the first set of the second half, heading at 14-0 up. I think Warwick are going to be looking for a very, very strong start to their day here. Hopefully looking for that flawless game of not dropping any sets. And I think Newcastle, whilst hopes might be gone that they can win this set, I think they will still be looking to try and take as many sets from Warwick as they possibly can. I'm not sure of the score over on that Nottingham versus Warwick court, but I think it's close because there seem to be a lot of cheers and loud exclamations whenever a hit or a set ends. Oh, good retention there. Pressing up high on court to retrieve that fourth ball as Warwick do now make a 4-ball attack. Releasing 2 balls, and they make a lovely hit there on the legs of the Newcastle Kings player. A lovely 2-ball attack again from Warwick. They're making very efficient use of ball possession here with 5 balls now. Let's see how many hits they can get. Will a split ball come out? No, instead 3-ball release on the centre player. Warwick definitely favouring these multi-ball throws, guaranteeing these hits. As they do again, take another hit and with it, another set. Sam Walton giving me a cheeky smile there. I think he knows he's on camera and he's trying to get his moments of glory whenever he can with a little boogie there. And Newcastle winning that middle ball again. They seem to be winning the middle ball a lot, not always cleanly, but sometimes they are like they are there. And a great catch from Jones there. Oh, I believe that was, or maybe it might have bounced just for offer. But I think it would be great to see some quick starts from Newcastle. They are continuously winning this middle ball, so it would be great to see them making use of it and trying to get an early hit and advantage over Warwick in these sets. Warwick with 3 balls, will they release 2? As commonly seen, they do. No hit made on that attempt though. Another 3-ball attack, 2 balls released. It definitely seems like this is Warwick's favourable tactic here. Preferring the 2-ball release on the 3-ball attacks compared to releasing singles, which we saw more of in the Imperial versus Sheffield game in the men's championships. The men not willing to give up possession in fear of counters, perhaps. Lovely hit there from, I believe it is Lucy of the Warwick Warriors, leaving just the one Newcastle Kings player on her own, number 13. What can she do here? She puts standing counter, but she can't make the catch, unfortunately. Again, this is a really, really impressive showing from Warwick. Newcastle showing true heart, really fighting in every set here. I think it would be great to see them take a set from Warwick Warriors here. But Warwick are playing very, very well. A lot of high pressure on the rings and some really, really good running counters. Just seen your comment, Zoe. At the moment, I'm currently working as British Dodgeball staff, so I'm actually unbiased, and therefore anything I say must be taken as fact. Obviously, joking, there's definitely a little bit of bias towards Spartans, which is why I've never commented a National League game. Oh, a nice hit there from Charlotte. Unfortunate for the number 13s of Newcastle, trying to go for that standing counter and just getting caught out there. A great catch from Sabi there, number 79 of Warwick. Oh! And that might have been a little bit of a cheap shot as Warwick were trying to return the balls over to that far court. But Newcastle is seizing the moment and taking a hit. Oh, lovely dodge there from, it is actually another number 13 player. So my use of numbers might not always be that helpful in this game. Newcastle are only 2 players down in this set and they do have ball advantage. Will they choose a 2-ball or a single release attack here? They do go with the 2. And they do stay alive from the counter of Becky Smith. On the court below us, just to our right, Derby are currently 17-5 up against Newcastle Kings. And I think with only about 5 minutes remaining, I don't know if Newcastle are going to be able to pull this one back. They would have to end the sets very, very quickly. So it will be looking like Derby will take their first win of the day against the men's Premier League team. A very strong start for Derby men here. Only about 20 seconds remaining in this set as Newcastle are on their own with just the 1 player. It was interesting to see how she chooses to play this. Oh, a great block there. As players, when they're left in, do often go for different approaches of tactics. Some players prefer to go for catches and give ball possession to their opponents. Other players choose to go for hits. But the end of the set has been called, and Warwick will go 20-0 up, taking 10 straight sets against Newcastle here. Just shy of 5 minutes remaining in this set. Still plenty of time for Newcastle to try and take one of these sets away from Warwick. A very loud steel chant coming over from Nottingham on the far court there. Again, lovely running counter from Mans. Absolute no mercy. Been very accurate so far today. Great pressure there from Mans, allowing him to pick up that second ball. Newcastle with the 3 balls. Not quite able to make that hit, but neither are Warwick on the counter. I think, yep, Newcastle will be given 4 balls here. Let's see if they can make the most out of it. I'd like to see them go with either a 2 or a 3 ball attack, either maybe at Charlotte or ooh, but they don't go at Charlotte, but she is unable to make the hit in return. Whilst this game might not be as close as the previous of Imperial versus Sheffield, I think it's still great to see the effort being put in from both teams here and the different styles of play on show. Warwick have been looking for a very aggressive running counter strategy, even if it may mean losing ball possession. Although their players in the middle are doing a very good job at retaining the balls as they're bouncing off the back wall. Newcastle go for a catch there and just can't quite make it. Yeah, Warwick, a very aggressive high press strategy, whereas Newcastle a little bit more spread out. Oh, and they do get caught there. They do release the through balls very aggressively on a player without a ball though, which we do like to see, trying to make the most out of that ball possession. Sometimes releasing a little far back from court, not quite going up to that centre line. Perhaps due to the fear of those running counters from Warwick, which have been really efficient so far in this game. There's only about 5 seconds left. And Warwick will take another set, going 22 up in the game. There'll be about 1 minute 20 set, and it will be the final set of the game. Let's see some support in the chat one last time. Oh, for the Newcastle Kings here, for the women. Let's see if they can get this last set against Warwick. Oh, a lovely standing counter there from number 13 onto Mans. She did not see that coming at all. A great hit there from the right winger. Warwick unable to make the most of that 4-ball possession there. And again, a lovely drop dodge from the right winger of Newcastle. That's not the first one she has done this game. And it's not the first one she has done successfully. About 25 seconds remaining in the set. Newcastle are currently even on players with Warwick, 5-5. Can they get their first points on the scoreboard? Warwick with a 4-ball attack. They release 3 and they do connect. Going one player up with only about 5 seconds remaining. It seems like Warwick might go flawless in this game. And they do. Final score of 24-0 to Warwick, taking 12 straight sets. An extremely strong showing from the Midlands League first seed there. And they will be taking that very happily into their next game later on today against Winchester Bullets. Great to see the players shaking hands. A great effort, great show of heart from Newcastle as they fought to the end. Unfortunately not able to put any points on the scoreboard, but they will be able to take this game as great experience into their future matches. Just received a little fist bump from BP. I'll try and get him onto the stream later. Have a little chat with him, see how he's feeling about the men's trophy category and his aspirations for the men's Premier League next season. What a game though from Warwick, what a showing, what a performance. Very similar to that of the Derby Seahawks in the first Women's Championship game. I think also going flawless against, I think it was against Sheffield. What with Warwick and Derby actually being 2 of the favourites in the Women's Championships. So I think we expect no less than seeing a really strong showing from both teams there. In fact, our next game will be Derby Seahawks against Imperial Wolverines in the Women's Championships, with Imperial Women also being one of the favourites in this event. So I think that game will decide who will go through to the finals against either the likes of Warwick or Winchester. Ooh. I will quickly take off the full-time graphic, just so we can see the end of this Warwick-Nottingham game over on that far court. I think it is going in the favour of Warwick, as the Nottingham heads are dropping slightly. A 1 minute set. Warwick, I think, have started the celebrations early though. I think they have already won the game. I've currently been joined by a man with a very handsome beard and a very good looking box of sushi. Hello. Referee Sam Walton saying hello there. Yeah, I do believe this game is out of Nottingham's reach now, but they will still be playing for sets. Fighting to the end. A nice block there from Sam Warble. And a great catch from John Wilkie. One of my co-commentators there making a lovely catch. And Warwick will also take that final set, and they will take the game. Putting Warwick Warriors into a very strong position in their seed, in their pot, as they look forward to facing Birmingham Lions later on this afternoon. And now Derby Seahawks and Imperial will slowly make their way down to the centre court to begin their warm-up for their Women's Championship clash. Good, thank you. How about you? Nice win.
Did win. Very good.
Nice win.
I mean, when I came up and I was like, you started winning sets, and I said, like, get the one person out, and they didn't do it. I was like, sadness.
Let's do a mini interview.
I've got a poetry for women.
Have you got 1 minute?
If I get shouted at,
You can do it later. You can do it later.
Once we make out the groups.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed. Who's your next game?
UCL. Yeah, exactly. So if we don't, you go into me trying.
I mean, you guys should be going to the final. You should be getting put to the Prem.
Probably. We're going to get relegated next season, right? But hey.
See you in a bit. Ah, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I'm not ready to be doing this all day. I've never even done it before. I'm just talking out my ass half the time.
Well, that's literally all it is. Just literally chatting shit and seeing what happens.
Yeah.
I thought I'd just come along and see what's happening. So I literally can walk here from my
Oh,
so
well,
like,
fair.
I might as well be really up to it.
This women's game will be good. Imperial. Good, thank you yourself. currently just muted, enjoying a bit of a break. Currently 71. Not bad. Not bad. It'll be the men's final. What I might do is I might ask Gareth to put the women's final on that court so people can still see it. Well, my apologies there. Was definitely looking at the wrong setting. And our next women's game is looking to get underway here. This is looking to be a very competitive and close game between Derby Seahawks and Imperial Wolverines here. Two favourites coming into this competition. And we imagine that one of these teams will be going through to the finals against Warwick Warriors Dodgeball. As you may have heard when I wasn't actually muted, we're going to try and put the women's finals game onto that far court. So although the men's champs finals will be on the centre court, we still will be able to see the women's game over there. Again, my apologies for failing to mute myself and for any language I may have heard from anyone around me. A nice block there from Imperial. Currently one play up against Derby Seahawks here. Kestranta will be get hit on the leg there. Oh, a great hit there. With only 10 seconds remaining. Imperial currently 2 players up. Although Derby do have all the possession of the balls and time is called. Imperial do take the first set. I think I'd like to ask for some predictions in the chat actually of how you think this game will result. These two teams have played against each other numerous times across numerous opens so far this season with mixed results. Ooh, a great block there from Natalie. Derby Seahawks looking much stronger in this second set. Currently 6 players to that of 1 of Imperial. A nice safe throw there. She might be looking for the catch here. Oh, she does get hit. Very honest there, putting her hand up, taking that hit. We do love to see sportsmanship and honesty from our players. As Derby do take that second set. Do see some of the referees discussing the shape of a ball there. I think there might have been the same one that James Bateman in the Sheffield Imperial game was also talking about. And I think time will be paused. I think we're going to try and get a replacement ball here, just so that all the players are happy to play with it. Whilst we are currently still at this game pause, our other games going on at the moment are Imperial Wolverines against Leicester Dodgeball over on that far court in the men's championships, and we have Plymouth Krakens against York Wolves over on this court below me in the men's trophy competition. I think the timings of the timers might be a little bit off now, so I do apologise for that, but I'll try and keep them as accurate as possible. As we do head into this third set. Oh, a great shot there! A lovely delayed throw taking out the left wing of Derby as she looks for that running counter. Imperial are going to look to take 4 balls here. Sam Walton asking for some VAR over on his court there. Unfortunately, I don't quite think that is allowed in dodgeball yet. Otherwise, you'd probably be stopping the game after every play, and we don't quite have time for that. Oh, a good effort from Kestranta there on the right wing, trying to get low for the dodge, but she does get clipped. Imperial down 2 players and look to throw 2 balls, trying to get that hit back. I think so far today we have seen that in the women's matches they tend to throw or tend to release 2 balls when they have on a 3-ball attack, whereas the men will sometimes look more for a single throw, trying to maintain more of that ball possession sort of in preparation for the running counters from the opposition. Lovely 2-ball attack there, taking out the left wing of Derby. Derby still 2 players down. They are going to look for a running counter here, but good pressure. Great pressure from the winger of Imperial there. Stopping any running counter from Derby that might have taken place. And again, really, really good pressure there. Fantastic to see, completely shutting down any counters. And this time she even takes the hit and a casual walk backwards as the set does come to an end and Imperial do take the points. A very exciting and close game so far from Imperial and Derby here. Very similar to that of their games that have played out at the University Opens across the season. And Derby will take the early advantage, getting a hit there. Oh, a lovely dodge there. A great take there, a great catch from Imperial. Turn the tides now into a 3v3 and they make it a hit. Good block. Ooh. That throw falling quite short. Not quite able to make the connection on the counter. Just over a minute remaining now. As Derby will look to make a hit here. Imperial do have their two of their strongest wingers on court. Nice fakes there from Imperial, but Derby not falling for it. And they do take the hit. 2-2 now. Just over half a minute remaining in the set. Good retention from Derby. Now have one ball to protect themselves with. Oh, as Imperial split their throws there. Interesting tactic. Trying to go for that hit whilst also putting pressure on the wing to prevent any counter. I think Imperial have been very strong at that so far. Trying to reduce the likelihood of being countered by putting continuous pressure on the wingers of Derby. And that is time. Both teams will take a point each as we head into what will most likely be the final set of the first half. Time has actually been paused. I think it's paused a bit before I paused it. So whilst I have about a minute and a half remaining of the half and set, I think there's more likely going to be closer to 2 minutes. The referee just discussing a play that might have happened, making sure both teams are informed going forwards. Over on my right below me at half time, Plymouth Krakens are currently 8-4 up against York Wolves. A nice position for them as they head into that second half. As I say, timings might be a little bit incorrect on the half. But this will most likely be the final set of the half, as Derby will look to make things square as we head into the break. Both teams currently even at 6 players each. 2-ball attack there from Imperial. Less pressure on the wing, allowing that throw, that counter from Derby. Oh, I do think there was a hit there on the Imperial foot, and it has been called. It has been called. Oh, great strike there. Both teams currently even. And that is time. So yeah, that was time. We were actually about 30 seconds over compared to short. I do believe that set ended in 4 overall. We'll find out just after our referee has a discussion with the captains. And John Milpey has returned to me after his win.
Hello.
Nice to have you back. How'd your game go?
It was a good game. It was fun. Close. We went into half time, I think even, and maybe lost a set in the second half. But kind of realised that if we just slowed and played our methodical game, we were probably going to take it away. And then we won quite a few sets. And like Nottingham came out with kind of guns blazing, going, we have to win. And we really kind of subdued them. Took some really good catches, and they tried to play their hardest. But I think they tried to pick on some of our players they didn't really recognise, and some of our guys put out a really good performance. So we're really proud of the boys, and it isn't just like the players that play in that league, but just the newer players really showed why they're on the first team.
Nice, that's good to hear. I think often dodgeballers do try and pick on players they don't recognise, thinking, oh, they haven't been around as much, they're not going to catch this. But then it's just even that small bit of underestimating a player leads to your downfall so often, because you don't put as much power in the throw, you don't put it in the right place, and it just allows players to sink a catch a lot of the time. And you know, looking at your squad this year, you do have a couple fresh faces. But from what I've seen, they've been playing really, really well.
Oh yeah.
Like fit into the squad like perfectly. So yeah, it seems like that might have been Nottingham's downfall. Whenever we were looking over, the game did seem to be quite close, like the sets. But a big win for you there.
Oh yeah, we're really proud. We're a bit slow going into it, but towards the second half, kind of the flip of the second half, we didn't panic. We backed ourselves a lot and just carried on trucking forward. And I think, yeah, exactly. We had some players that are newer players, especially. Historically, we've not really had the best catching. We've been a very, very strong throwing side, but with kind of a couple of our newer guys who, one of them is our housemate Joe, who's insanely immobile, but God, he loves the catch and he will just take them.
He catches me in quite a lot of training.
Yeah. And it's great to see them. So there was a couple of times where I got hit out very early on, and I was definitely backed them to make the catch, and I got back on court, and I was really happy with it. I think, as I said, everyone showed why they deserve to be on the first team, and I think we showed why we deserve to be in kind of contention for the top spot at the moment. So we're really confident, really proud, and that's really weird. It's like doing a football interview or something at the end. But what else can you say?
Yeah, it's like whenever you watch them, players often look a little bit awkward because they don't know what to do because the interviewers just let them go on and on sometimes.
Yeah.
But I'll save you there. I'll more ask another question of how are you feeling from the Birmingham game later on?
Well, Birmingham aren't even here yet because their game is so late.
Yeah.
So we're a bit. We've been having conversations with the boys and being like, cool down now. We've got about 2 hours until our next game.
Wow. Okay.
Something like that. They just wanted us around all day. What's going on?
British Dodgeball, they love the friendly faces, love to have sick people around. And looks like we will be getting ready to start the second half of Derby Seahawks versus Imperial Wolverines. You've missed out on a really good game so far.
Watched
Imperial are 2 sets up, 7-3. I think the main thing that's been working for them so far is they've been putting a lot of pressure on the wings of Derby, not allowing them to really make any counters.
And the one thing that I saw from the last 2 sets of that half is the catching ability of the Imperial women was very high. I think there was a set where they'd gone down, I think 3-5 or something, and 2 very good catches brought them back, and I think they went to win. They either won or drew the set, which is a really big momentum shift.
Yeah, the current left winger for Imperial over there. Not quite sure of her name. I do have my notes somewhere. But she made a really, really nice catch and a hit earlier on. A really strong player for Imperial this season. As Derby do look to take 4 balls here. Releasing 3 early.
Still kept ball possession.
Yep. Now looking for a 3-ball attack. Releasing 2 balls, I imagine, but where? They do release one in from the ball holder on that right wing, which is often a common call for teams because it allows you to put pressure onto that wing without throwing at a ball holder who might be able to block it. So increasing your chance of getting a hit whilst also putting pressure onto that wing.
A great attack, 2-ball attack at 5 there. Almost a very good block.
Yeah, really good effort there from number 11, but great double running counter from Derby.
It's nice to see some of the other London-based universities helping. Great catch.
Great catch there. Great
and almost
to catch the deflection off the block there.
saying it's nice to see some of the London-based uni girls, women, helping out with the ball retrieving for Imperial.
Yep.
And that's a set to Derby.
Yeah, I do believe I can see Alice from Storm down there supporting Imperial. Loads of faces from the community and National League scene here, which is really nice. Again, showing that strong relationship between university and community teams, because often a lot of the players at the community level do come from university play.
I mean, even recently Spartans put out a post using our women's team photo as their future.
Yep.
So we're a fan of.
Obviously, a lot of teams throughout the community celebrating International Women's Day earlier this week, and I believe Spartans did a past, present and future post of the women in their club, with their future post doing a bit of a featurette on the Warwick Warriors players, which is really nice to see.
We also got a lot of Derby women's playing for
Imperial
Phantoms.
player has stepped over the middle line there, but the referees
She has been called out.
Oh, she has been called out?
Yeah.
Player has been called out. I was incorrect. A good spot there for the referees.
A lovely counter, getting out a key Derby player in Kez, but leaving Imperial with 3 against 5.
Yeah, there's been really good wing play from both teams so far. Really, really good counters, really, really good pressure as well.
Very good honesty there. And great accuracy by the Imperial
BP
women.
having a little bit of a mind melt moment over there whilst he's ball retrieving.
I think it's good to see the Imperial women are so composed, even though they're a player down now, but even when at 5 players down.
Great cover there. She does get out, but she does take the 1-for-1.
We are back. A line fault from the Derby women, and it's now even. With Imperial in possession.
Nice jump over the balls there.
And a great catch.
As you were saying, Imperial making some really good catches at the end of that first half, and again doing the same here in the second. Oh, that is a hit there. And Imperial take another set, extending their lead now to 2 sets. I was actually saying just before you got here that both teams here, Derby Seahawks and Imperial Wolverines, are 2 of the favourites in this Women's Championship category. What are your thoughts on that, and how do you think this set will end? Do you think how this game will end? Sorry, do you think Derby will pull it back, or do you think Imperial will see it through?
I think from talking to a couple of the Derby women and some of the social media stuff, I do know that Imperial are kind of a thorn in Derby's side. And Derby have been absolutely on fire this year, especially their women. So I know that they are a bit. I think the mental game there plays a massive part, and you can see that because they are giving away a lot of catches on the backtrack. So they've given away 5 balls. So I don't think that's really helping. But
3 ball release there on the wing.
I think Derby definitely have the capability to bring it back, considering how we've seen them play this year in League and at Opens, and with the experience of some of their players on the court. I don't think a 2-set deficit is outside the realm of possibility of them bringing it back.
No, there's still plenty of time, around 8.5, 9 minutes I believe, as time was paused down by the referees, and I don't think we caught it. So still plenty and plenty of time to play with. Even if they lose this set and they head into a 11-5 deficit. That is still only 3 sets and still well within the realm of possibilities of bringing it back for Derby. With 3 balls here, releasing 1. Very cautious of that running counter from the left wing of Imperial.
Oh, great 2-ball attack. I think that's something that Imperial, I think, benefit from, is that a couple of their women are, I'm not sure if they're new, but they're not really as recognised as, say, their wingers. So I think they really benefit from people taking that mental picture of, this is somebody I don't recognise, and then they are taking some great catches, some great dodges.
Very similar to some of the players on your team.
Yes. But I'm sure Imperial will back their players as much as I back my players. So
yeah, it's because I think compared to, say, at community or national league level, when it comes to university, you have players coming up and down all the time as they join university and join the club. So as a sort of a veteran player,
and another catch,
you know a lot of the players who have played before, so you know, that is a new person, not just to the club, but most likely new to the sport as well. So you do have that slight sense of underestimating someone, but it does often lead to your downfall. About 10 seconds left here in this set. Derby currently down 3 players unless they can make a double catch. No. I think this will...
Going for the running counter and another catch.
Another catch.
I think...
Imperial looking so strong today.
I think when I said earlier that the catching is going to be... And there's a timeout called by Derby.
Timeout was called?
I think earlier when I said the catching is going to be so crucial today, I didn't quite think about how crucial it would be in the women's game, where catching is a lot more prevalent. And I think Imperial are really showing their class, because they are taking some very good catches. And they are in this set, they are in this game, with a lot of confidence from those catches.
Yeah, I would agree. And I think something you might agree with as well is that compared to the men's game where you see a lot of singles, usually you see a lot more 2-ball attacks, especially at wall-to-wall in the women's game. So it's even more incredible to see the amount of catches that are being made, showing that even when numerous balls are being thrown, they're still able to have that sort of target acquisition on and making the correct catches, going for that right ball, which is really impressive to see. But yeah, timeout has currently been called from Derby, as they are 3 sets down, 11-5 against Imperial Wolverines, with I think about 7 minutes remaining on the clock. And they're going to look to see if they can pull this back. It's going to be interesting to see what they try and change up. So far in this game, yes, Imperial will be making a lot of good catches, but the pressure from their wings has also been really, really good at shutting down some of those key players for Derby Seahawks. So it'll be interesting to see if they try and come up with a way to tackle that problem. Maybe some 2-ball releases rather than at the ball holder, rather than at someone without. Try and take out those threats early.
We saw in the Sheffield game that Sheffield came out firing after their timeout, so we'll see if Derby can do the same. Yep,
Sheffield came out very, very strong. Unfortunately, they were not able to make the comeback in the end, falling, I think it was just 1 player short in the end, with the final set going to the draw. Let's see if Derby can do the opposite and bring this back. Oh, I think that should be a full start there, as the play did go over the return line.
It's not been called.
No. Derby choosing not to send a play for the middle ball. Perhaps looking for these running counters instead. But they will take 3 now. Just a 1-ball release at the ball holder.
A defensive play.
Yeah, it seems like from Derby we might be seeing more for a defensive and counter approach, trying to make these hits, giving Imperial the ball possession.
Yeah, they've just gone with a very good running counter.
Yeah, I think they're looking to more take out these wingers on the counters when they haven't got, possession of balls in the hands of the box. Although they hasn't quite worked out, as Imperial do now have 5 balls.
There's some good dodging by the middle players.
Some really good dodging. Again, nice and low. So far today, but across both the men's and the women's games, there have been a few invalid throws but that haven't been called. But I do think it's a lot easier to see from our vantage point compared to the referee.
Great catch by Darby.
Indeed. Ooh, not quite able to get the running counter.
I think she's been called out because she used the wall to support.
Yeah, so as we mentioned earlier on in the stream, whilst you are allowed to touch the wall throughout the set, you are not allowed to use the wall to your advantage when making a catch. You can catch a ball and then afterwards touch the wall or fall into it, but you can't rest against the wall to support yourself when making a catch. You will be called out.
I'm not really sure how they're calling it. It seems like they're calling it a catch and out, but in our game, I'm not sure how the refs are approaching it, because it does seem a bit very hard to referee.
Yeah,
great catch.
I think it's one of those things where it is a little bit subjective and it is up to the referee's discretion.
A fabulous catch by the Imperial.
Some really great catches from both sides. Somehow both balls do miss her there. I think Kez Tranter a little bit in disbelief.
Before has been called.
No hit calls. All 4 balls do go wide. Derby currently 1 player down. They are going to need to try and look to get a hit here soon.
BP sending the ball to the wrong court.
Yep.
To which Femi is quickly doing a head count and figured out.
But
Derby have brought it back. It is now 3-all in this set.
Great running counter there. Great double running. Here's Ranter and Natalie, the wingers of Derby, getting very pumped up there.
And it is the set to Derby, and that's time on that set.
Although there's not long left, I do think our time for the half is a little bit off.
I think there may be just enough time for a second for 2 sets. We'll see how quickly it begins.
I think there's probably more like 3.5, 4 minutes remaining of the half. So still time for Derby. If they can win this set, they should get another set. And with that, look to get a draw from this game.
2 minutes and 50 seconds.
Never mind, turns out I was bang on with my timer. Somehow. Maybe time wasn't paused earlier when they were discussing something. So it looks like Derby really will have to finish the set quickly if they want to try and get even a draw out of this game.
I think we will see.
Going for that running counter.
By giving away the 4th ball, I think we will see a very controlled game from Imperial here.
Yeah, I think that'll be sensible from them. They don't need to force anything. They're 2 sets up. If they play this time out, the game is theirs. And they know that, as Kez just went and released the race on a single.
Oh, an amazing catch on the backtrack. It seems like anywhere near that catching zone, these Imperial women are taking them up easily. Oh, great counter.
It looks like this double running tactic is working quite well for Derby, which they've brought in since their half-time. Since their timeout, sorry. But I think it might be a little too little too late. There is a bit of a nasty hit on Kez's head there.
The Imperial player, I think, has taken herself out, even though I don't think Kez had her hands up.
I think it was probably a little clear Kez was out, but both her hands were not up in the air, so she was well within her right to go for it, and there wasn't a malicious intent. She apologised straight away. Understandably, Kez been a little bit annoyed, but
I think this is the do or die from Derby now.
Do or die for Derby.
They've given away the 5th ball, but they've got the hit.
They're currently even in players with about a minute remaining. But they
no catch and a hit there.
Now 1 player down. They really need to do something here.
This may be it.
They need to get 3 players out in about 45 seconds. They're going to need a catch.
And there's a hit there. And this is just Nat K left in on her own.
Balls to block with. I don't think Natalie's going to be able to take these players out. She's going to have to look for a standing and a catch. Oh, she moves out the way of a catch.
She's going.
Oh, strain on her face. Pushing to
block.
the end here. You can clearly see she's given it everything. Safe throws from Imperial there. Really well timed.
You can see Sam
Not a
Walton
lot left.
reffing from the sideline as his game's finished, and that's
That is
game.
it. That's game. Imperial take it.
And look what it means.
13-7. A huge win for Imperial there.
Absolutely fabulous.
As that will most likely probably see them heading to the finals later this afternoon.
Will it be an Imperial double today?
It very well could be.
I hope not.
It very well could
Personally.
be. Because it could be Imperial Warwick in both the
Finals,
finals.
yeah.
Wow, really, really great game. Great showing from both teams. Really, really good catches. But I think what it came down to in the end was the pressure from the wings in Imperial and some amazing, amazing catches on their behalf.
I've heard it was a
Great,
good
great
match.
performance there. John Wilkie has just head off, I think, to just go have a bit of a break, have some food, and I'm now joined by Sam Warble.
Hello, I'm only here briefly as I am playing the next match, but
We are actually streaming your next match.
yes, I know. That come say hello.
Yeah, up against Nottingham.
Yes.
No, Nottingham against Birmingham, sorry.
Yeah, we're playing ourselves. So that's
Again,
gonna be great.
another long-standing rivalry, very similar to Nottingham v Warwick, with Nottingham and Birmingham actually being two of the founding universities of BUCS.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's really
So
interesting.
there were 10 founding universities, and Nottingham and Birmingham were two of them, which is actually pretty great. So it's great to see both
Yeah.
these teams here today, both competing in the men's championship.
And both Nottingham and Birmingham both historically have been very good at dodgeball.
Yep,
A lot of
yep.
championships between them. Always good matches to see. And both teams this year are bringing pretty much fresh teams completely after COVID. So it's good to see new people getting involved and being able to like form rosters from very new players.
Yeah, I would agree completely. Obviously, I spent a few years at Nottingham myself, and I can say that the squad has changed massively. The only player from the A team from pre-COVID that still remains is Gio over there, number 22.
Yeah, he only played a couple of matches, didn't he? He wasn't even like a sort of you're starting.
No, he was a little bit more of a supporting player. Came
Yeah.
a bit more official towards the end of the season, but he's so far been having a fantastic season for you guys.
He is easily one of our best players. I'd say the players to watch from the Nottingham side are 22 Gio, as you were saying, number 6, who is Leon, who is another one of our wingers, and our lovely captain himself, Marcus, number 15.
And I've heard number 5, that Sam Warble guy is pretty good as well.
He's all right sometimes. He loses his head a bit, but this should be a good match. I think he's been playing quite well today, so hopefully it should be a good match because Nottingham have got nothing to lose here, and as you said, big rivalry against Birmingham.
Yeah, this should be a really good game.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to it.
I'll leave you to it as I should probably go warm up.
No problem at all. Best of luck in today's game.
Thank you.
See you in a bit. Apologies guys, we are back now. Just had to quickly change the batteries in the camera. Some waves there from the Nottingham squad over to me. I think Nottingham will be looking for a strong performance here after unfortunately suffering a defeat to Warwick earlier on in the day. They'll definitely be looking to make up for that with a big result here against Birmingham. A loud chant there. loud steel chant, and I think they're looking ready to go. And we are off. Apologies for the delay there and getting everything set up ready, guys. We are now back up and running. Again, I think the time is a little bit out of sync. I apologise again. A little bit short staffed today, but we make do. Loads of support for both Steel and Birmingham in the chat right now. A hit is called on Warville there. Ooh, a great shot on the shins of Leon Bushby there, over on that left wing. One for one over there on the right side. Currently 2 plays to 2. Oh, lovely catching out there. Majority of balls in Birmingham's hands. Both go high. A nice running counter there, up court very quickly. Unable to make the connection though. Nice dodge, nice and low. Birmingham with the majority again. And they take the hit. And with it they take the first set. Great hit there from Gio. I've been asked to give a shout out to Philippa Lane, who I believe is the women's captain from Birmingham Lions. Unfortunately, the women's Birmingham team are not here today, finishing 3rd in the Midlands League, as only the top 2 teams from each league were invited to the Women's Championships today. Nottingham looking for a 3-ball attack here. Just releasing the one ball. I think this is something that has been seen a lot from. Oh, a lovely standing counter there. 1-for-1 is taken. That did seem a little quick there. I think even the referees are a little bit confused. Yeah, I think might have been a bit of a malfunction with the head ref's stopwatch. Captains are going to be called in just to quickly discuss that and the time remaining. So I can definitely say we are definitely going to have the incorrect time on streams for this game, at least for this half. I do apologise. Seems to be a very common occurrence now. Nice fist bump there from the two captains. Yeah, as I was saying before the confusion, I think something that's been seen from Nottingham a lot over the years is a very slow style of play. Whenever they have 3 balls, they love to go for single balls, try and make a little picks when they can, and very much look for that counter style gameplay. Okay, so I do apologise. End of that set was actually called, even though it did happen early, and it did end in a draw. A little bit of confusion from the referees there over what the actual time was on that set. Unfortunately, it does happen sometimes. A great take there. A great take there from Briggs in the middle. Oh, but catches are given away from the side of Nottingham. The lead immediately taken away. I think time has now been paused again to discuss a call. I think it's from the balls that popped up. I believe it should just be 6 Birmingham players into 4 of Nottingham, I think is correct. I believe how it stands is currently correct. Because the player from Birmingham who was caught out was caught back in from his teammate moments later. Yep, 6-4, and the game continues. Ball's just missing Sam Warble there on the right wing for Steele. Or Sam Warble might not have been able to see there, ref might have been in the way, but he kind of left himself dead for rights, going for a standing counter there, which doesn't quite pay off as he leaves himself completely open at the front of court. Briggs out as well. Birmingham looking very strong so far in this game. As Joseph is also taken out, Birmingham going 5-1 up so far in this game. You may have been hearing some loud cheers next to me as well. That's because just below me in the men's trophy game, we have Derby Seahawks against UCL Panthers. The score is currently at 2-2. A very close game so far. I think the winner of the Derby UCL game will probably go through to the finals for the men's trophy and looking for that promotional spot into the men's Premier League. Nottingham down to 4 players already. Oh, a lovely standing counter there. Onto the feet of Gio Magdi. Birmingham still 6 players. But Nottingham with all 5 balls, now 4 balls. And able to make a hit on the 5-ball release. Can they get a hit now? Oh, Yoki from Birmingham. Making a lovely shot onto Joseph's ankles there. Birmingham looking really, really strong so far in this game. Can Nottingham president Marcus pull it out of the bag? Nope, he is hit on the foot there. And Birmingham now goes 7-1 up. Might not have heard that. Co-commentator John, a little bit sad that Birmingham are putting on a bit of a better display than Warwick did against Nottingham. I think
In the first half, at least.
I think Nottingham just struggling to get in it at the moment. They're just getting a hit on every standing counter.
Yeah, I did notice that the first thing that we looked at when we did our varsity against them, we just went, they standing a lot. So it has been a lot of they're pre-throwing 2 and then looking to catch the return from 1. And a couple of the times they've been doing it really well. So it's something we're aware of, looking at playing them whenever we do. And it's just can Nottingham kind of weather the storm? Or will the Birmingham train just run away with it?
Well, I think they've called a timeout at a good time here. Called it nice and early, before too many sets start to get away from them. As sort of, possibly seeing the Sheffield Imperial game. Question is, will it be a worthwhile timeout?
Curious to see how aggressive Birmingham are going so early on with the 2-ball attacks in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, a great double
great
hit.
shot. Yep, Nottingham down to 4 players again within the opening few plays of the set. They're just struggling to stay on court at the moment. Just struggling to get out of the way of anything, just being hit on the legs and the feet.
Looks like Gio has just told his ball retriever that they want 2 balls. I can't see the Birmingham side from where I'm still.
There was a lovely counter there from Gio. Birmingham winger trying to put pressure on, but unable to take that 1-for-1.
There's a catch there, I think.
Yeah, I think Yoki from Birmingham made a catch there. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly.
I think Gio showed how class of a player he is by he saw the catch, looked at his name escapes me, but the player that got caught, and it wasn't annoyance or anything. It was just a little. It happens. I think that's really positive. I think Gio really is trying to kind of win the game from the front. And he's. I know that Sam Wall's the captain, but Gio's such a class player.
No, he's a very, very skilled player. Plays over in Egypt when he's not at university.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so he's actually friends with Mariam, old alumni from University of Nottingham, who used to play the Egyptian national team.
The more you know. You learn something new every day.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you are very right. I think it's really important. It doesn't matter whether you're captain, just if you're any player in the team, especially, nice block there. Probably showing his back a bit too much to Birmingham. But it's very important, especially as the caller even, to have that positive mental mindset and to keep your team in it. I believe that bounce. Yep, good call.
It's something that I can only really talk from Warwick experience, but it's something that we have that our captain Dan will give us the overall advice, and myself and Tom, who are our two callers.
Here is hit there, and his hair comes loose.
Oh, the luscious locks. But we'll talk about what we have seen from a calling perspective. I think it's crucial to have players that are so ingrained to be able to talk to everyone in a way that, from different perspectives.
Yeah, I agree. I think even if you're not necessarily the coach, president, or main call or something, I think anyone on the team being able to have their voice heard is a very important aspect for that team. And Birmingham do take another set there, despite the timeout from Nottingham.
And
Nottingham are not ready for the start there. Oh! But Will does make a very good block at the centre of the court.
Birmingham do manage to capitalise. It would have been as much as we were
unfortunate there.
Talking about Gio, that's really sad to see.
Yeah, he shrugs his shoulders as he walks off there.
What a catch!
What are you going to do? But should be back on court now from that catch. 4 balls now for Nottingham.
Nottingham with 4 and only a player down.
High press here from Birmingham.
Callum giving a high press on that wing. Plays his National League Dodgeball with Stafford Raptors, I believe. Very good
Great
attack.
standing counter from the left wing of Nottingham there. But they are still 1 player down, and they really need to win this set, otherwise Birmingham will be 11-1 up.
Oh, a lovely running counter by the Birmingham boys.
Yeah, really, really good there. Nottingham trying to force it there, and not quite paying off for them.
Almost knocking over the tripod, I apologise. A 5 balls. A great
leap.
dodge.
Great leap. Good height there. Jumping over those balls, getting his legs over them.
Again, the same dodge and a great leap out of the way.
Some support in the chat on for Leon
And
here.
a hit.
As he is hit out, unfortunately. And Birmingham do now go 10 points ahead. I think this is where we will see our timers be a little too inaccurate. We've got a 1 minute set apparently. I think if Nottingham can win this set, it'll be really good for them heading into that second half. Obviously there's still plenty of time remaining for them in that second half. If they can win this set, not only does it bring them a little bit closer, but helps them reset mentally, give them a bit of a positive note to head into half time without being too deflated. It is the final 1 minute set of the half. I'm going to try and restart the timer to match up shortly.
Oh, great
big
single.
hit there from Birmingham. Big arm there from Callum.
Another great hit. The single game really coming out strong here from Birmingham.
Yeah.
2 volleys and 2 players.
It really does seem like, but Nottingham just can't get out of the way of these throws from Birmingham, even on the singles.
Again.
Oh,
very
clip
glancing
in the back
here.
Yeah, clip in the back of his top there.
great
Great
hits
play.
from Gio.
Great play from Gio there, the right winger of Nottingham as you look at them. Great hits there, taking 2 of the Birmingham players out.
And that's time.
And
I
that
think
will
that's
be a
a
draw.
draw.
3 players each.
It is 3-all.
So we will go into the half time at 12-2 in favour of Birmingham. So yeah, I think I've expressed my thoughts on why I think Nottingham was struggling so much. I think they're just not getting out of the way of these balls. Even on the singles, they're just getting hit on them when they're at the back of the court. And on standing counters, just being hit far too much. What do you think they're struggling so much, or what do you think Birmingham is doing so well against them?
So, in our game against Nottingham, I think there's drama, a very exciting last set between UCL and Derby men's.
Yeah, it's a little bit loud right now.
Yeah. I'll give that a second, there we go. I'd say when we played them, we did try our single game. We just didn't quite, we weren't really thinking about placement of our throws and just throwing. I think Nottingham got out of the way really easily. I think Birmingham have come with a very high intent to make hits, and something we didn't necessarily have. So when it does come to the throwing of the singles game, I think Birmingham are throwing a bit more centrally at the target, as opposed to your glancing hits and the ones that you miss by a little, aim by a little, miss by a little. So yeah, I think Birmingham have come in with a really big intent, and Nottingham really just can't kind of get out of the way, especially since when they played against us, where we didn't necessarily play our single game with the right intent. Birmingham really have come to make hits.
Yeah, really aggressive. And I think Nottingham, if they can't, if they're struggling to get out of the way so much, maybe they should be looking for some catches instead. They do have some strong catches on that team, and maybe they should start trying to make some use out of them.
I think against us, a lot of the catches they made were on multiple ball attacks. So if they can do it on multiple ball attacks,
out there, and looking not to get the hit.
That's also something. Nottingham basically won every middle ball against us, but we applied enough pressure straight from the beginning to, if they did throw, we'd get a return hit, or fake enough so that they wouldn't risk it. Basically.
Wouldn't go for that initial quick start, yeah. I think that's the right way to do it if you can never win the middle ball. So they do seem to have a quick runner running for them. Gio, lovely hit on the feet there onto Callum. Gio very quick up that court for the running counter on the left wing.
I think it is a bit different on this middle court, as it is kind of net to half wall. You can play with a bit more security, knowing that there is a higher chance of keeping that third ball, so you can actually do a counter of whatever form, knowing that if you do throw, chances are you are going to get the ball back, so you get to keep ball possession and also throw with a chance of it coming back.
Yeah, very good point. I think that might favour Nottingham here, as we are seeing a lot more aggressive releases on the counters so far from them, not quite playing as slow as they might do normally.
And unorthodox releasing one ball on the 4-ball attack there.
Yeah, I saw it.
Maybe a bit of a miscommunication.
Yeah, Warwick women did that earlier. I was a little bit confused. Yeah,
definitely a miscommunication.
4-ball attack again for Birmingham. Nottingham really need to try.
Very good pressure by Gio, and a great standing counter.
Really good play there. A 1-for-0 against the 4-ball attack.
It is currently 4 on the Nottingham side and 3 on the Birmingham side. It isn't quite as dominant as it was in the first half.
No, I think the half time is definitely allowed them a bit more time. Lovely hit there. Saw the opportunity and went for an aggressive hit. Yeah, it seems like this half time has really allowed them to recollect their thoughts and come in with a fresh mindset into the second half. And as you say, playing against the full wall compared to the net, it looks like it might be having an impact on their ball possession.
There is a hit there. The deficit is, and it's even now.
Ooh,
With Birmingham,
quite
2
able to hit
hits,
there.
one at the back of court, one at the front of court.
About 30 seconds remaining.
See what they can do. A great
Good
block
blocks.
and a great counter.
I was a little bit surprised to not see them go together there, just to ensure the hit and not give away a catch, but they get the hit nevertheless. And again, same thing. But they take the set. Huge for
Very
Nottingham
clinical
there.
from Nottingham there.
I think that's really important for them. Winning that first set of the second half. Because I think if they lost that set, it could have been very easy to think, oh God, we just had a timeout. We just thought we were going to do better, and we're immediately losing again. So I think that's a really good kind of like a mental restart for Nottingham. You know, like second half, second game type thing.
We've always said that the most important sets to win are before and after half-time, or before and after breaks. Because you can have momentum, and the momentum's so key, especially in this men's game where we're playing semi-wall to wall, and the momentum of getting singles and getting hits and just carry on going will be absolutely crucial to whatever team it has the momentum with.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people would probably agree with me when I say that dodgeball is very much a mental game. Like you're facing off against 6 people the entire time, and like so many times as well.
And a double hit
someone gets
for
caught.
Nottingham.
The very next set, you think, I'm going to hit them this time, but then you go a bit too aggressive. You don't put it in the right spot, and you might get a catch.
An absolutely amazing catch by Finn.
Lovely catch there, sinking straight into his stomach. Who needs to block when you can just catch it like that? Warble is hit out. I was talking to some of the Nottingham players before today, and I've heard that Marcus Briggs, currently on the left wing for Nottingham, is actually suffered from a bit of a knee injury.
That's something I noticed with Brennan earlier, is that he does have his knee strapped up as well. It's a bit not the best to see players carrying injuries going into such an important day in the uni BUCS fixture list.
So again, like as a player, when you're playing with an injury, that does also play a huge part on your mental, on your mindset as you head into these games.
100%. And that was a set to Birmingham, I believe.
What was it?
I
think you're
yes,
right.
Yes, it is 14-4 to Birmingham.
Actually input to the
and they've
wrong
come out of
scores
this
there.
set firing back at the singles game, throwing 2 here, but getting 4 balls. Great pressure there on the wing.
Lovely standing counter, and he gets out of the way.
Gets out of the way.
They're calling bounce.
It looked like a bounce from this perspective.
It did to hit from here. Huge. Although Birmingham with 5 balls now. And they do take out one of the prominent players for Nottingham, Gio, on that left wing.
If you're wondering, that wasn't a catch. It came off of the top of the half wall that we've got at the back. Finn did nod and say that it's not a catch, so don't worry. But they're still with 5 balls. And another hit.
Yeah, and another one there.
Almost a deflection catch, but he's dropped it. The Derby contingent are incredibly loud today. 2 very good hits. Nottingham are only down by 2 players in this set.
Yeah, it's getting very loud here today. Teams in full support of one another. What can Nottingham do here? 1v3?
No hit there.
No hits from either side. Now with the majority of balls.
Oh!
Oh, what a shot!
Got a block
Straight
there,
onto the
Callum.
nose.
And he's kicked that ball forwards.
Yeah,
And it
has
isn't
gone over.
invalid.
Referees haven't seen it though.
Hasn't been called. And a hit was called. A valiant effort at the end there. Some absolutely amazing single hits.
Yeah, lovely shot on the toes there. I think unfortunately, this game has by now definitely gotten away from Nottingham. And Birmingham will just be looking to close this game, as cleanly as they can. Try and get a good set difference, better than that of what you and the Warwick team did against Nottingham.
There's still time for Nottingham to bring it back and maybe make the scoreline a bit similar to our one. I think watching this game, it is I think when we do play Birmingham, it will be a bit more like for like.
Yeah.
So looking at it from our perspective, I think personally, we will maybe back ourselves a bit more, because if there's two structured teams, as seen in League, two structured teams playing against each other, I feel like we come out on top there. So historically, we've done well, but as seen earlier in the Sheffield game, things can change.
Yeah, anything can happen. Like dodgeball is just one of those sports sometimes, and like there can be some unlucky deflections leading to catches, a small line fall, ball trooper error, anything. There are numerous things that can sway the momentum of a game. But unfortunately, I don't think any of those things are swinging in the way of Nottingham this game.
No, sadly not.
Birmingham put in a very strong performance, a nice hit on the toes. There have been some nice hits coming from the side of Nottingham so far in the second half though. But overall, Birmingham looking very strong.
Oh, an amazing hit by Gio. I would have thought. Maybe we don't have the right perspective.
No, the job of a referee isn't always the easiest.
No.
As from one angle it can look like a clear hit, but from another it can look like a very clear miss. That's why it's important to have the 6 referees we do. As you can see, we have the 2 centre referees as well as 4 line refs, who today are being line ref duties are being carried out by the teams not playing, with Imperial Wolverines currently line reffing this game. Oh, bounce called there. 2v4, Nottingham are going to look for an aggressive standing counter here, and they do take the hit.
Oh, a great shot from Finn.
Sam was scraping for that ball that slipped away from him, and Finn capitalises on it, taking an easy hit. Leon Bushby left on his own again in this game. And I do think
he's been called on the shoulder.
Yeah, the hit has been called. Now 18-4 for Birmingham. Really, really strong performance so far.
With enough for 2 sets left.
Oh, I haven't there, sorry. Sorry, mate. I can't quite see the score over on the Winchester-Warwick game and the Women's Championships, but I do believe Warwick are currently in the lead.
By the back of the scoreboard, it looks like Warwick are in double figures and Winchester are not.
Yeah.
But the score here is 16-2 to Derby against UCL.
Another big result for Derby men's in the men's trophy, which will see them going through to the finals, actually.
Will be in that league.
next season.
Therefore, they will be in the men's Premier League next season. They will have clinch promotion, and that means that Newcastle, who are in their group, will be being relegated out of the men's Premier League next season. Some nice aggressive counters coming from the side of Nottingham. Not always making the hit they need to, but the play itself is nice and aggressive. It's what they need.
Alright, it is 4 players to Nottingham and 3 to Birmingham. Good block.
In there, putting on a bit of pressure, stopping those counters from the Nottingham side.
I found that the most annoying thing to play against Nottingham was their blocking ability. Was that all of them were very good blockers, and it was quite annoying and frustrating when you are throwing against certain players to try and hit them, and when they have a ball, because a lot of us back our throws.
Yeah, I think some teams, some clubs, especially at university level, don't always focus on blocking drills as much as they should have early on. A lot of time focus is put on either catching or throwing, or even just the actual calls of dodgeball, learning the sport. But blocking is an integral part of the game. If you can stay alive whilst they're drawing pressure at you, that is huge.
I think time's been paused because Finn, the caller and president for Birmingham, is complaining about his side of the court is incredibly slippy, and I've seen him mention it a couple of times that it is very bad. So I think they're trying to sort it out. Obviously, the safety of the players is very important, and a slippy court is water on court, dust, whatever is not what you want.
Yeah, obviously player safety always comes first, and what does often happen at some venues when you do have so many different teams in a venue like this is sometimes there is a bit of condensation build up on the floor, and it especially like towards the back of the courts against the walls, and it can just be a little bit slippy sometimes. So we're just gonna pause time, dry it up a little bit, and make sure reduce the risk as much as we can. Birmingham now will be looking to end this game as cleanly as they can.
A good start from Nottingham in this set.
Yeah, very good start.
Very good 2-ball attack on Callum at 1. And they're back to applying pressure. Great leap.
Great shot from
Some great trades.
Finn trying to go for that counter onto Gio, and Leon seeing that and taking his shot and making that hit.
Wow, Gio is really showing his class today with some of his.
Yeah, he's having a really good game so far today.
And another hit.
I think a little bit unfortunate how the overall game has gone, but I think regardless, I think he can be proud of his performance today. And that ball does hit the back wall, so there will not be a deflection catch there.
Almost came up onto the balcony.
Yeah. Gio very quick at getting up court there, putting on high pressure.
And that's
to
time.
Start.
With a win from Nottingham, making it 18-8 to Birmingham.
That is
the
full
same
time.
score Warwick got.
So it's the exact same score, so it looks like for the men's championship for pot 2, it's all going to come down to the game later this afternoon of Warwick Warriors against Birmingham Lions. One of those two teams will be heading into the finals.
As an update, the Warwick women have just beaten Winchester, I believe, and I think by one of our players briefly telling me they only dropped 1 set over the 2 games.
Very impressive.
I'm very impressed with.
Very impressive. Really strong showing from them so far.
Oh, amazing. I think I don't want to just stand here and rave about the Warwick teams, but I'm really impressed with the women this year.
Very strong team.
More so than kind of the men, because with the men we have quite a lot of experience, so there was a bit of an expectation that we would do well. But with the women, we had a couple of players that have really stood out. A couple of the freshers and new players, like class.
Yeah.
I think I'd say the same about Birmingham. I recognise a couple of their players playing in that team that's just beaten Nottingham that were at Freshers Open, playing for them for the first time.
Yeah, no, agreed.
It's great to see so many players that have just come so far since the beginning of the first term.
And I think they're even missing one of their key players today, Jackson.
Jackson is not playing.
He's out with an injury today. But even without that, Birmingham just put on a really, really strong performance.
This next game is going to be quite interesting to see who tops the second group of the men's trophy between Plymouth and UEA. Both teams wanting to come to men's national. Sorry. I'm not sure how Plymouth would like to do the journey every week or every meet from Devon down up to Staffordshire, but I think just to be able to play
Playing such a, in a competitive league, and then be able to play hopefully play for the men's championships at the end of the season, I think will be worth it. But yeah, so far I think we are able to confirm that Warriors are through to the Women's Championship finals. Derby Seahawks will be through to the Men's Trophy finals. And I think that actually might be it. I think a lot of positions are still to play for in the finals.
I think Imperial are through to the
men's
championship. Yep. I believe they beat Leicester.
Yeah, they will have beat. Yes. Yep.
We could probably find out from somebody who's around. Tom, could you go and ask Imperial if are they into the final? Did Imperial beat Leicester?
We're just about to find out for you. I believe they might have, and if they did, that will mean that Imperial Wolverines will be through to the men's championship finals.
It has been confirmed by Sam, the president.
So, depending on a couple more results, we might be seeing a Warwick Warriors versus Imperial Wolverines double fixture in the men's and women's championship finals.
That piles the pressure on. We are seeing Imperial now warming up against Sheffield on the far court. We have UEA versus Plymouth here, and I believe
it's a Leicester v Sheffield game in the men's championships over on the court below us.
Yeah. The two Sheffield teams.
As said, Imperial have already gone through to the men's championships from pot 1, so Leicester and Sheffield will just be playing sort of for the pride and for position, really. But we will be focusing on this men's trophy game of UEA Sport versus University of Plymouth Krakens. The Falcons from UEA, obviously in men's Premier League this season, finishing 7th, so they'll be looking for a big win here to try and head to the finals and cement their position in the men's Premier League again next year.
Finishing 7th, only on points difference, I believe.
Yeah.
They narrowly missed out to Birmingham, who after a different final meet lost against UEA in the head-to-head.
Yeah.
And dropped some sets against Newcastle.
Yeah, Birmingham, unfortunately, they had a few injuries and a few COVID cases towards the end of the league season, which I think had quite a big impact on that final meet. Not quite sure what the Plymouth Kraken score was earlier on against York.
After briefly chatting with one of them at the water fountain, I think it was maybe not convincing, but it was a good score for them.
Okay.
They were pretty confident, or his name escapes me, was pretty confident.
So that might mean if Krakens win this game, we'll be seeing a Plymouth Krakens versus Derby Seahawks final in the men's trophy game, where those said two teams being promoted to the men's Premier League, unfortunately with Newcastle and UEA being relegated to their respective regional BUCS leagues.
Slowly and surely, the men's national is just turning into the Midlands League with Derby now.
Yeah, I think historically the Midlands teams have been around a lot longer with a lot more experience and a lot more
100%.
community teams around them to help build the university teams up. So tend to see some stronger Midlands teams compared to other areas of the country. But it is still amazing to see other areas putting up such strong fights and performances against these teams.
100%. I think, especially Plymouth is the one that surprised me, and York as well. Seeing the standard of play that they had in this is they're inches away from being such a strong team. Is that you can see the talent there. All they need is just a year extra playing, and they will be highly competitive teams in any competition they join at a university level.
We've just been told that the score of the Kraken's York game was actually 20-4, so yeah, a very convincing
quite
win
convincing.
for Plymouth there.
Thank you very much.
So it'll be really interesting to see what the score is going to be here against UEA Falcons. If anyone could inform us on if UEA have played a game yet and what that score was, that'd be greatly appreciated.
They have played, I believe they won.
UEA Falcons?
They would have played York. I think they beat York. I may be playing at the time, I'm not sure. They're just warming up to go with Sam Walton as the referee.
Down on the third court below us to our right, we can see the referees mopping up a little bit of condensation on the courts again. I think during the break before the final games, we'll open the doors a bit, let some fresh air in, try and sort of air the hall out
100%.
a little bit.
Lots of familiar faces on court one at the moment, or the middle, the show court, sorry. We have James Brown from MK Cyclones, Oscar Finney from Norwich Nighthawks. So that will be a good battle to see on those two wings. And then everyone
definitely.
in between are all really strong players. I'm seeing some very, very tough to read releases on this Plymouth team. And they all have fairly strong arms, so we'll see what happens. 3 balls for Plymouth. No quick start though. A hit off the opening rush, or the first volley, sorry.
This is the first game we have showcased on the stream from the men's trophy category. So it'll be interesting to see if there are any slightly different tactics than those of the teams in the men's championship game.
Strong 2-ball release.
Really quick on the right wing there from number 4 of UEA. Not quite making the hit on the running counter, but up there quick. Showing promise for future counters.
Great leap from James there. I think they can UEA have already identified him as a threat on the Plymouth team.
Seems like they might want to get him out early. Ooh, a good dodge there.
Good reaction. He committed to one direction and got out of the way when the player tracked.
Ooh, James trying to go for a cheeky snipe there, not quite paying off.
Many
As he
hits
does
there.
instead get hit out. Yeah, 2 players from Plymouth Krakens will head to the outbox there. Lovely hit on the
Great
leg
hit
there.
Lovely call against the ball holder.
He's not called out. He
It
hasn't
may
been
have
called out.
bounced.
Yeah,
Oh, he has been called out.
Yeah, I do believe it definitely did hit him on his thigh. So it is good that a referee has called him out for that. Obviously, it can be hard when you're low down on the floor to know if a ball has bounced first or not. But
Almost.
that was definitely a hit.
Very good backtrack catch, but the release of 44 from UEA is very quick. And a very good release on the cross court as well.
2 players with 4 balls now.
No hit there, but they have trapped one at the back. A great 2-ball attack on Oscar there. Oh. Now Plymouth are left with no balls, one ball
Very
down.
high release there.
There's their second ball up court.
I don't think they want to risk going for that though. Oh, nice
I
throw.
would agree there.
That was nice and safe, nice and low, right at the feet.
He does have 3 balls. And that's time called.
And that is time. First set in favour of UEA, of Plymouth Krakens, sorry. A strong start from both sides really. Quite even, with just the 1 player difference at the end of the set.
Some good pressure back and forth. Great stop by the UEA player. The UEA ball retriever to not give away 4. A great 2-ball attack. Very opportunistic throw there to throw at the player as his teammate crosses in front of him. I've noticed that Plymouth on the attack are very fast and they're moving with a lot of speed.
Nice counter.
See if they can
from
sustain
James.
this intensity for the
whole
entire game.
Yeah, it'd definitely
These
be
sets
impressive.
are going quite quickly.
Yeah, not even 5 minutes in. And we're on to the third set. It's been nice to see teams being aggressive on these quick starts, going for these early hits to try and get an advantage nice and early against their opposition.
Oh, almost.
I think 48 will be disappointed with himself there. That looked like it might have been a catch, but he also might have hurt his finger a little bit.
Great shot.
Nice shot there.
I think the ball on the opening rush is so crucial as Plymouth are just throwing and eventually they're going to make a hit. There's a catch made there on James.
Yeah, UEA seems to be playing a very counter-based game. It's where they're making a lot of their hits at the moment. And again, with Krakens now down to 2 players. UEA looking really strong in this third set.
It seems a very good tactic by UEA is that their player at 1 is rushing up just a bit disjointed with the player at 6 and taking all of the attention of the holding player, and then the player at 6 is hitting them because their release is so quick.
Focused on
Krakens with 4 balls.
Can they make it count? Nice dodge there.
2 very good dodges from, or not, it seems.
He's called himself out.
Has been called out. But it's UEA now on the attack with the ball going in the back.
I think Plymouth will be looking for a running counter here. Good block there.
And a good jump.
Leap. Good hold there, good hold. As he wasn't sure where that third ball was. He didn't want to give away the 4th ball. So they set with 3 instead.
Great block.
Good pressure from Plymouth Krakens so far in this set. Final 2 players in are covering each other well. Only 40 seconds left. Can they make some hits to turn this set around?
Yes, they've made 1. And the deficit is only by 1 player.
Yep, just 1 player now.
And they have 2 balls.
And number 3 does get taken out. Valiant effort from him. Now just the lone Kraken in a 1v3.
Oh!
Can he get it? Oh! I think he tried to stay on his feet too much there. I think if he maybe committed a bit more, went for the dive, he might have had it.
I think that second ball that was thrown took his attention away from the first ball by just that split second.
It put him off a little bit. But it does look like we're going to be having a great 30 minutes of dodgeball here from UEA against Plymouth, as the score is now 4-2 in the favour of Plymouth Krakens. Make sure to put your predictions in the comments below. Let us know who you think is going to win, and which of these two teams will be heading to the men's trophy finals to face off against Derby Seahawks. Great catch there, taken out Brown. He shrugs to the line ref with a bit of a chuckle. I can't repeat what I think he just said there, but I think he recognises that was a really good catch, which he was not expecting.
The middle player did block the ball into his cooler, but it hasn't been called. The refs missed that one.
Number 4, Finney there. I've noticed he's very quick on the running counter, but often aiming very high and actually missing a lot of his hits, which he could be a bit more efficient on, I think.
A player that was absent when we played Nighthawks our 2 times. Should have been, I'm not sure why, but...
That must be why we lost.
Yes.
Surely, there's no other reason. Not like we bottled it.
Almost 2 very good backtracking catches. Now there's
good efforts from the Plymouth boys there.
1 Kraken left with 4 balls.
Same player who was in on his own last set, but against 5 players this time. It'll be interesting to see if he tries to go for more of a counter play or if he's going to look for some catches. Oh, he looked for it. It was well left. Those weren't the right ones to go for, and he recognised it. Oh! No, I thought he had it!
Oh!
No, that was not secured. I don't think that was secured.
The refs are talking about it,
That is the timeout. Refs have called a timeout there.
That was so close.
I really don't think you can say that was secure, unfortunately. And to be honest, I'm not sure if the second ball hit him. Anyway,
I think
I think he dropped the one. So I think he's probably out. I would call no catch.
The way that they're setting the balls up, it's been called no catch.
Yeah, called no catch.
But they're back at it, wiping the floor.
Yeah, time has been paused just to have a bit of a break, clear up this condensation, make sure the court's nice and dry for our players so no injuries occur. But UEA bringing it straight back to Plymouth here. Winning the last 2 sets after Plymouth took the first 2.
An update on the other courts. It's 4-all Sheffield Leicester on the court closest to us.
Some names have been dropped in the chat for us to try and help us out. Appreciate that.
Falcons.
Yeah, so also UEA won 16-4 or 14-6.
14-6 York. Either way,
UEA
won.
got a big win, which will mean that this game will decide who gets promoted to the Men's Premier League and who will be facing Derby Seahawks in the finals. Oh, lovely hit off the quick start.
I think that player has just been subbed on. A good target to hit somebody that's maybe not game ready yet.
Can UEA Falcons defend their position in the Men's Premier League, or will Plymouth Krakens snatch it from underneath their talons? See what I did there?
I do. I was trying to think of a decent reply about a Kraken.
But Will they sink under the pressure? That's
Trying
from
to
a
think,
boat.
do the tentacles. I don't know. I'm normally better at this. Little update on what's going on. Both teams are even. Plymouth coming in with multiple 2-ball attack, very good 2-ball attack on inside ball on the player at 2.
I'm really liking the aggressive running counters from UEA. They're up court so quick, putting that pressure onto Krakens and just not giving them any time to backtrack.
They are, however,
They're not always making the hits.
They're not making hits. Also, it seems like they're giving away ball possession a bit more than maybe they'd like to. Krakens have had 4 balls for most of this set.
I would say Plymouth have been very good at retaining these balls off the back wall, which when you're playing wall to wall is a huge aspect.
It is quite surprising to see that the team against the full wall is doing so well on their ball possession. As you'd think that UEA may have an easier time with it, as they do have that half wall.
Yeah, I think we've seen it so far. Seen a lot of teams when they're playing against sort of the half wall with that net, they're putting their throws a lot lower at people's legs to try and hit that half wall, to try and increase the likelihood that ball does actually come back to them. Oh, going for a cheeky snipe there, doesn't quite work. Just gives them 4 balls.
We are seeing the haulers being aired as much as possible at half time.
30 seconds left in this set. Oh, I think that was a hit, but no catch made.
Does seem to be a hit, or a catch at least, and the set does go to Plymouth.
Yep. And there will be about 1.5 minutes remaining in this half. Can Plymouth extend their lead as they head into the break, or can UEA even things up at 6-all?
James throwing away the 4th ball there.
Yeah, really good. So, and that's what you're talking about earlier, when you know you're not winning the middle ball and they're going for the quick start. You put that pressure on, you release, and it looks like there Plymouth, instead of faking, opting for trying to get the hit first, and it just doesn't pay off as UEA put an easy fake in and take the 4 balls and say thank you very much.
I think he was backing that he'd get the hit and the ball would ricochet back onto.
Yeah. Oh!
Very good snipe. Came off the wall.
Another one! Just not paying attention, he just wasn't looking forwards. In dodgeball, you've got to always look forwards, never take your eyes off your opponents.
And there's a catch there and a hit.
Oh, and a hit! It does look like UEA might be taking this set.
Quite the change of momentum in the last 15 seconds or so. You'd assume that Plymouth probably try and play this out until the end if they can survive. UEA, a great shot to burn that ball to make the onus on Krakens. Almost a catch. And then one player left with 4 balls, it seems.
I think Dan there walking off with the bat for Krakens. Unfortunately, he's actually been in like one of the last 2 players in a lot so far this game.
Almost a catch from number.
Almost a fantastic catch, I think, from Luke there.
Little.
We've got people in the people helping us out in the comments. Teams were really helpful in sending in their team sheets to me, but unfortunately it's just a little bit hard to check everything at the same time as trying to watch the game.
It seems like they've not called a timeout, sorry, it's a 1 minute set.
Oh yeah, 1 minute set has been called.
And it's 6-all currently in this game.
So it looks like it'll be interesting to see if we'll see teams go a player up and then just try and play it out for the minute, or if they'll try and get more than 1 hit.
A lot of players are finding it quite tough.
Very, slippy.
You can hear it as everyone moves.
Struggling to get that traction.
Great cover from the Plymouth player.
Really good cover,
Putting
yeah.
himself in front with the ball.
Yeah, UEA, like, you know, the winger was right there, number 7, but great cover from his teammate.
30 seconds left of the set.
A
Good
nice
standing
block.
counter.
Good
Great
dodge.
A very
there's
good
a hit in the middle. But a hit on
and
the
a
catch!
The player hasn't noticed.
He hasn't realised he's back in.
Oh, and he's back in now?
And he's back in.
Yes. And that's time.
And then it's time.
I will go and warm up for my game.
Yep. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, John is heading off to warm up for his game now against Birmingham, which will decide the team that will face Imperial Wolverines in the men's championships final. But right now we are at half time in the men's trophy game of East Anglia versus Plymouth, where Plymouth are currently 8-6 up at half time. With UEA down only by 1 set, there is still plenty to play for in the second half. And it'll be interesting to see how the ball possession, if that sort of switches favour as the UEA Falcons now face the half wall and net. It's in close games like this where at half time the team talks are really important, where you want your captain and your coach really step up and give some really important advice on how to deal with the pressure from the opposition. I think so far UEA, their running counters have been not as efficient as they could be. They've been very quick at running up court, but they're just not quite connecting as much as they could be. So it'd be nice to see those connect a bit more. Although I have been very impressed by number 44, I think it's Matthew, UEA Falcons. He's been really, really good over on that wing, putting a lot of pressure and getting a lot of nice hits. And the second half is underway. A little bit comical there, and that's technically an invalid from the player. Make the ball live, there we go. James Brown informing his teammates well there. Make sure the ball's alive before he grabs the 2 on the right side. No hits though, as they go up with a 5-ball attack. I think he's like outside down the stairs that way.
He's not. I've just checked.
He might be behind that court.
Huh?
He might be behind that court, like behind the netting. People in search for Gareth. He's a very busy man at these events. We do appreciate his hard work. Oh, Matthew looks like he slipped a little bit there. I think the condensation is definitely building up a bit. Might be worth calling a bit of a more extended timeout, really opening these doors and airing the place out. UEA currently with 3 players, 3 balls against the 6 of Krakens. Plymouth currently in a very comfortable position. Nice block there in the centre though. Nice fakes from both sides. See a comment there saying the Krakens are just toying with their food. I think in this set I could maybe agree with that, but overall I think UEA have definitely been putting up a good fight. Maybe looking to, you know, flip around the food chain a little bit. But it is just the one Falcon on his own now. A great catch there. Sees the set get a little bit closer, but there's not long remaining. Oh, that's not a catch, I don't think. I think he's definitely deaded that into the floor, which would result in him being called hit out. Time has been paused to discuss it. I'm not sure about that one. I think they're just calling. Are they calling a bounce? They are just calling a bounce. 10 seconds remaining in this set. And that is time, and Plymouth Falcons will extend their lead to 10-6 at the start of the second half. Apart from the one catch that was given away, that was a very strong showing from Plymouth Krakens. Getting 3 players of UEA out very quickly. And we are just going to quickly pause the game again, just have a bit of a clean up on court. It's a bit strange, we don't usually suffer from this at our events too badly. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Sam Walton there, head ref, just trying to inform me it's because it's slippy. I think if I hadn't realised that by now, I'd be a little bit confused on what was actually going on. Yeah, unfortunately sometimes venues get like this in certain weather, when the venue's really cold at the start of the day and it gets a bit hotter as there's loads of teams walking in and out. Unfortunately it gets a bit hot, but we've got the doors open now, air the room out a little bit. And now we're looking to restart this game. Plymouth Krakens winning that middle ball and getting a lovely hit on the quick start. Oh, I think that was a double hit. Oh, no, Sam was called off the wall. That's stand corrected. Good dodging in the middle there. Unfortunately, he leaped over the first two, but that last one has clipped him. Can Matthew look to get a hit here on James? He doesn't, and he does get hit out instead. Great cover there. Plymouth really looking out for each other in this second half. Big movements from both sides, dodging out the way of these balls. We've got Samuel saying Krakens have the win for sure in this game. They're currently 2 sets up, 10-6. There's still plenty of time to play for UEA. And it looks like they have turned this set around at the moment. Can they see it out?
Yeah, so they really I wasn't actually
Really good movement from all the players at the moment. Everyone doing a really good job at staying alive. Good blocks though. Making sure he's getting down low, sitting in the corner of the court, narrowing the angle of which he can be thrown at, and therefore narrowing the angle of where he needs to block from, rather than sitting in the middle of the court, that is. Great cover from Falcons. And a great catch there. That sees UEA narrow the score a little bit now, 10-8. Sam, are you still sure Krakens have got this in the bag?
Adam.
Falcons winning that middle ball again. James Brown going for the quick start. Doesn't quite connect on it as he throws it down the middle. Quite a lot of support for both sides in the chat. Oh. That throw going a little bit wide there, a little bit short of Brown. Oh, what a shot! I think Oscar there with a lovely toe shot. James throwing a little bit high, but taking the hit. Oh, and they've turned that around quite quick. It's now a 2v2. In 1 minute, 8 players have gone out. Had to hesitate there to do some quick maths. Wasn't prepared for that on a Saturday. Great dodging from both of the Falcons there. Plymouth with 4 balls. And they get the hit they need. And James. Refs aren't too sure if James is out or not. Oh, but he is called out. I think that was an invalid. And Plymouth regain their 2-set advantage. Another successful quick start from Plymouth there. Really making use of winning that middle ball every time. And with their second player going up with them, faking alongside, making it even harder for UEA to know where that quick start is coming from. Oh, bit of a Hail Mary there from Matthew. Doesn't quite connect onto any of the Plymouth players. Some chants going off in the chat now. Kraken's looking in a very strong position in this set. 4 players up now. As they're going to look for a running counter. Good hold from James, choosing to reset with his team instead. You don't want to give away a silly catch. It appears that the ball has arrived. And he is hit out there, good honesty. Oh no. Interesting, he's back in. Oh, great catch there. Oh, what a catch! Can't quite make the hit, but a great catch. Giving UAE a chance in this set now. No balls again, but can he make another catch? Well left there. Still plenty of time. Got to pick that right ball. Luke Little going for like a underarm spin sling. How you doing? And Plymouth do take another set. A full start from Plymouth Krakens does give UEA 5 balls there. As we approach the end of this game, I think despite the result of this set, it looks like Plymouth Krakens will take the win overall, as there's not enough time to get enough sets in favour for UEA. And they will be getting promoted to the Men's Premier League next season, and UEA will be getting relegated. Line fault there from the UEA player. Krakens know they can take their time. Nice, well-timed throw, straight down the middle, same target. Nice hit there on Matthew. He was trying to go in, grab a ball, commendable, but doesn't pay off. Catch made! What a catch! So it looks like my time was wrong. I think time has paused a little bit longer than I thought it had been. There's now going to be a 1 minute set. You're right, by the way. With this being the final 1 minute set, it does look like no matter the end result, Plymouth Krakens are going to win the game. They will be promoted to the Men's Premier League, and they will face Derby Seahawks in the Men's Trophy final. A really good performance from both teams, just unfortunately second half got away from UEA a bit too much at the start of the second half, as Krakens were just connecting on a lot of their hits, making the most out of playing against the full wall, using the full ball possession to their advantage, and UEA just struggling to keep up with them. Both teams can be proud of their performances today, but there can only be one winner. And the winners are Plymouth Krakens. Cheers from both teams, as we love to see it. And the handshakes go around. That will be the end of this live stream for now. There is one more set of fixtures about to be played, but they're being played a little bit later. We're just having a bit of a break due to condensation in the hall. But we will not be covering the next games. Instead, we will be back with the men's championship finals on the centre court, with the women's championship final, on the far court later on. Hopefully at the scheduled time of 3:15, but it looks like it's going to be a little bit later due to the conditions of the court. We will let you know by sharing when we go live on Facebook. Thank you for joining us for the main part of the day, and we look forward to seeing you again in the finals.